isn't on.
Ah.
Fucking hell. Alright. Oh, shit. Probably should have booted up the game before we started, but hey, we're just improvising here.
That is the vibe I think we were just why is sorry, excuse me. Why is there just a news article that's just Wario?
I don't know.
No, don't play the game yet. Go 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 look at that news article. They fucking did it. They got me. I want to know what that Nintendo news is. What in God's name? Don't do it. Don't boot the game. I swear to
Okay.
God.
Okay, I'm sorry. The game takes forever to load anyway. Hold on one second. Fuck. You're
I know
making.
I'm on a delay, so this just looks bad on me. Don't worry about it. I will. I'll just suffer in the agony of not knowing what the Wario article is.
Here, no, we can go. We can go home.
This is a nightmare.
We can go home. All right. Uh, how do I bring up that news article?
It's uh shit. I don't, it's the red notifications icon to the right of Switch Online.
Oh, the news.
Yeah, the news.
Wario.
It's Wario.
I
I like that that's just the fucking what's in it? What's in it?
don't know yet. Hold on. I accidentally. Okay. Um, I don't. Nope. Sorry. My monitor has a button that turns on an FPS like precision icon,
Ah,
and I accidentally turned it on. Why? Hey Brantley.
I I only I've seen you've only scrolled down to you smell that.
Yep.
I'm just so worried.
Stubborn, sneaky, and every bit as crooked as his mustache. Wario's greedy nature and jolly maniacal laugh are only parts of what makes him one of the more interesting characters to play as. Don't tell Wario, but we put together a list of games where you can whiff on some of his quirky quips, jovial jostling, and tactical tootliage. And toot is spelled with two OOs,
My God.
as in fart.
Oh, this is because of WarioWare Get It Together, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Um, and Mario Golf Super Rush.
God damn it, we've been had.
Um, it's
But they
just
got
games where
us.
you can play as Wario.
Wario featured. How rich do you think Wario is? Do you think he's 1%?
No, he's too. What's the word I'm looking for? He's too low class to be that. Like
Yeah.
he's the kind of guy that would like have a couple $100,000 and then just be an absolute class trader.
I guess he like all of his wealth is just kind of stored in treasure. So he's not really liquid, is he? Like,
No, he's a solid.
God damn it.
Ugh. I don't remember. I think we did some.
We just did a dungeon, remember?
I can't believe you said we just did a dungeon. What's our next goal? Gotta meet up
uh
with Patricia. Oh,
Hungan did like he motioned to us, right? Do we have to
yeah.
talk with him?
No, we already talked with Hugen.
The
Um,
skeletal gentleman.
um, I do want to see. How can I check the time? I want to see if I can inspect the water valve. I forgot how to sprint. Nope, that's your gun. This game has terrible controls, so. I hope people can't hear my cough. They might be able to.
I can barely hear it.
I got sick. I got the COVID probably from one of my students. which sucks, but I'm alright.
Mhm.
I like that Deadly Premonition 2 has the survival tag automatically, like, put in the name, like, put in the tag, as if
Mhm.
this game is, like, some sort of heavy survival game. Ugh. Oh.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we probably should just go to bed then.
Too bad that this is not.
Wait, what? Did you just walk out of the hotel?
No, that's
Oh, I'm looking at it in my small mod view, so I didn't even notice.
yeah, it's
Yeah, you got to just book it home. Better late than never that we started opening up those fast travel spots.
Oh yeah, yeah. Although I will be using my my travel bonuses that the FBI gives out to good agents that go very far.
They gave it out to good FBI agents who discover ways to fall through the floor. Travel to the core of the game, which is nothingness.
See, it's so weird. It's so weird that this is part of the game. This is part of the game.
Yeah. It just kind of, I suppose its purpose in the game is to say you should go sleep. It's
Right.
just it just encourages that a little further.
Alright. How do I check the time? No. No.
I do think pulling out your gun helps you get an idea of what time it is.
It's 12:40. When can I fix the thing? I'm a little late. It's okay.
Damn. Well, better just sleep until then.
I can, cause I can't shower right now, which means I get smelly agent unless I. Let's just go do that. Sleep for 14 hours.
Yep. Sorry, Patty, I won't be on the job today. I need to do a task later. You know, I relate to that. If I have something that I need to do, it's so hard to get me to do anything before it.
Oh, same. If there's any, like, 3 o'clock meetings are my absolutely worst thing in the world to me.
Yeah.
Because if it's late, it's like, okay, well I have until this time.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's early, I'm like, oh, I gotta get up and do it. If it's like right in the middle of the afternoon, I'm just like, oh man, I'm gonna be up, but I don't know what I'm gonna be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
I've decided that the Celestial Challenge in Guilty Gear is horseshit. I challenged the Celestial floor 2 more times today.
Uh-huh.
And I took 2 games off of Celestial Tier Milia,
Amelia, yeah.
and I took 2 off of a Celestial Tier Soul. However, since I lost twice, despite the fact that I had a positive win percentage,
Mm-hmm.
I still got kicked out. I beat
Yeah.
those. I took the set off those 2 Celestial players.
Uh-huh. That's too brutal. Yeah. So really, what I guess what they're intending is like, oh, it stays exclusive every month, but really what it means is whoever gets there first makes it easy on themselves. You know?
Yes. Okay. I really wish inspect the water valve. But where is the water valve? God. I took medicine hoping that my cough would go away.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I get it. I get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that I beat them. I took the set off to them. And it also makes it so like downloading isn't nearly as like a good skill, because if you lose your first set. All right, it says goal. Here's something from concierge. So do I have to talk to the concierge? No, this is the weird toilet area. Yeah. Huh. Concierge is not front desk, right?
Might be.
Hey, bellboy, what's this
This is
balloon
Bellboy.
doing here?
Never mind.
Oh! The Zach, we haven't seen a single taxi since we got to this town.
Well, if you won't forget it,
Why?
We know
Me?
about you.
So,
Why,
call-
very-
all the
blah, blah, blah. Fuck. What did I accidentally do? What on earth could I have done? Yeah, Zach, 3 p.m. sucks. 3 p.m. is the worst meeting time. 3 p.m., like noon, any time that I am awake but I don't have enough time to do anything is the worst.
Yeah. I'm gonna say probably worst time to do stuff in my day. Probably like about, I don't know, 7 to 9 p.m. I'm joking, by the way. That's our stream time.
How's the investigation
Oh my
coming?
god.
Must be going well. Thanks for calling. Why, Vern?
Oh my
Goodbye
god.
now.
That loading screen took me out of the hotel to talk to someone that I can just... this game's really good.
I think it's really, really good.
I was actually thought you were being serious about 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. because that's like what the time that like college kids do like homework.
No,
So I thought you were
it's
just being like, every day when my students are doing things, I'm upset.
kind of. Except college students
why, hello, Mr.
usually email later. So I tend to get like, I will get people emailing in late, like, you know, I mean, really any time is free game for me to get emails. I'm trying to answer one even right now as we stream. But like, yeah, usually between like 8 to 10 p.m. when people are realizing, ah, fuck, this is not gonna happen. That's when it, tends to roll in.
Okay, so they're saying that the shower won't get started till next week. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I do work pretty well at night, but at the same time, I also sleep well at night. So we run into a little conundrum there.
Yeah.
All right. So he wants me to adjust the water valve on the 3rd floor on my own. Okay. Is this a nightmare? The inspecting the water valve is the nightmare, not the clowns. Also, I do wonder if I sleep for 7 days, do you think that the water pressure would be fixed?
This game, I'm gonna say no. I think that's tied to plot, but I don't know. Because I don't know why else they would do that just for like. Actually, I don't even know why they do it at all. Why take away that ability?
To shower?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Cause this game has some weirder side quests than.
Yeah, I get the impression that it's gonna stay that way until you go solve what broke it.
Yes.
And then it's gonna be like, oh, someone in town was fucking around with the water or something like
But it
that.
says 3rd floor next to the kitchen. There it is.
Right, it says Deadly Premonition speedrun, long nap, game over. 0% run, never get out of bed.
Oh man, I'm feeling that. That should do it.
That's it?
Charbreasts are being too strong. Did I fix it? Did I fix the ability to shower in my own room? Zach, we're still missing puzzle pieces. Of fucking course we are. Oh my god, I have to go back down. They bring you back to your room. Oh, this is incredible. Someone working in a hotel, guess will complain about anything. What's the weirdest thing someone's complained about you, Ryan?
Why, hello, Mr. Morgan, sir.
I'm terribly interested in this. I know it's gonna just hurt me to hear.
I'm deeply sorry, sir, but the shower splash just won't arrive here. I already tried to adjust the water valve on the 3rd floor, and this failed to fix the shower? Exactly. That's why I'm talking to you right now. Unfortunately, I'm a mere concierge.
Ryan.
Was it an outdoor pool or an indoor pool? What could help you think of an alternative solution?
Got to become a whirlpool.
That was a good one, Brantley. You should definitely stop teaching and covered but outdoor. That's great. Hold on, I gotta talk to all the different David.
What? You need a ride?
Guara.
Okay, I'll come. Why then?
No. Oh my god, that is not the bellboy bell. That is the bellboy bell that shoves you outside and makes you do a loading screen bell. Ugh. This is really good.
Boy. How are you feeling about the current state of the game? Is this a case where it's like Brantley look something up, or
How's
No,
the
I
investigation
know
going?
what to do. I
Thanks
just
for calling me. Why?
fucking
Goodbye.
hate that. I forgot that her name is Raven Yahoo. I just forget that this game hates fun. God. Wish I wasn't sick. I'm mad at the state of the world because I'm sick. Alright, so this is concierge. That's not bellboy. That is specifically to call him to take me outside. Which means there's a bellboy bell somewhere else. Maybe it's in my room? Nope. This is beautiful. I like that this guy is like, I'm gonna hang out. It's a terrible place to put a chair. It's gotta be somewhere on the 1st floor, right?
I think so.
This is call.
Very good, sir. Please. Serving you
Nope.
is pleased.
Am I injured? Oh, I'm injured. I'm draining health because I'm hungry. I forgot that this game does require you to eat. Oh boy. Love it. Love it. See, the kitchen bellboy.
And that's what you can't get. So make sure you.
It'll stuff ya. My favorite. Let's do that animation. good.
That's the
Nice,
face from a
mister.
man who's
Next time.
no longer being hurt by his own body.
Health maintenance bonus. I was wondering how I lost.
That was probably one of the most lethal things you've experienced in this game,
Besides shooting
in terms
an
of damage over time.
you know, except for me shooting an explosive barrel and standing right next to it.
Yeah, yeah. You know what that indicates compared to Deadly Premonition 1, Director's Cut? It means that it got tougher.
See, this says
Then-
bell desk. This says bell desk. Hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. You entertain people. I'm gonna go cough this out and take some Mucinex or something.
Okay. Hi, everybody. What do you all think of Wario? When I think of Wario, I have to ask myself, what's that smell? I guess that's what Nintendo's marketing wants me to ask myself. Too Mario-like. I'm curious. What qualities do you think that? Okay, need more stank. Wow, I never knew that Mario was just a real reeker too. I guess no one ever asked, right? Like Wario will let you know. Like Wario loves to eat garlic, and rip farts. But that doesn't mean Mario doesn't. Italian.
All I come back to is two Mario like need more stank and then Italian, and I have no idea what he's talking about.
Listen. At this stream, we want to be inclusive. It's okay if you're Italian.
Okay, but it's not okay for you. Can I only talk to the bellboy during a specific time?
Correct. I don't know.
Can you like look this up? I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is quickly becoming
What? You need a ride?
Wario's humanity's
Okay,
dark
why
mirror.
How to call the bellboy in Deadly Premonition 2.
Wario is my dark mirror. It's what happens if I were to become strong and hot and wealthy.
Zach, how is Waluigi the logical endpoint of capitalism? I'm just very curious as to what you mean by that.
What's the name of this quest? I spelled walkthrough wrong. Fuck. One of those days.
I just need to know how to call the bellboy.
Oh jeez. Well, that's not gonna be easy to find.
How to call bellboy, Deadly Premonition 2. His existence in the triumphal cap. He has no reason to exist. Alright.
How's the investigation
fair.
coming?
That's fair.
Must be going well if you're on the case. Thanks for calling me. Why, Vern?
Which
the new
one are
cutting
you
edge
looking
you
for?
buy
Is it
now.
David Bellboy or David Concierge?
David Bellboy.
That is the one, I think, at the front desk. Because he mentions water pressure in the showers. That's David Bellboy.
Mm-hmm. I'm past this. Because the entire thing is to keep calling him and talking to him. Why do we have a Santa Claus emote in our emoticons?
We do? I mean, that's not necessarily us.
But why do we... I want that bastard off my stream.
That has less to do with what we have on offer and more about what other people are. That's a Twitch one, I think. Because I'm in mod view, I can't actually see the whole panel. Let me move this over.
Why, hello.
This
Jolly
calls...
good,
Ryan
sir.
found
Do
emotes.
give me a tinkle
Yeah,
whenever
that's a
you...
global emote.
Okay. Oh no, I need to talk to him from... That's why. Because I can't talk to him now.
Ah.
Despite the fact that if I press this bell right here, if I hit this bell right here, I find him.
Yeah.
But he immediately thinks I want to talk to Raven.
It's because they're different people.
But why can't I be like, hey, I need to talk about the water pressure?
Because he's not the one to talk about the water pressure with.
But he is the one to talk about the water pressure. He just does not want to talk to me about the water pressure. He only wants to talk to me about Raven.
Because they're different people.
Well, I know.
I'm kidding.
We're trying to reach...
Oh my god. Yeah, I want to send a random emote so that I can join in with. Oh, hey, you know what? I'm gonna send a follow emote from the Swag Nerds since we got to check in on their stream
Yeah,
the
they
other day.
gifted us a
So,
subscription.
yay! Let's go ahead and this one's a cat. I'm gonna send that one.
That's a good cat.
Good cat.
Alright, so I guess because I gotta wait, I might as well go pick up the Patty.
Mm-hmm.
And move the plot along a little bit.
Did you find Melvin?
Nope, I can't find either of them.
Either of them?
Yeah. When I went home, it wasn't just my daddy who was missing. Mama was gone too.
Oh no.
This never happened before.
Zach, we need to stop Professor R's plan no matter what it takes. Relax, Patty. You don't need to worry about a thing. I'm sure that Melvin just stumbled across an important clue that's stolen his attention for now. And I'm sure he's protecting your mother while he's at it. Let's just leave the investigation to the local police and rest for today. I need to prepare a report for the HQ anyway.
So we're not doing anything today.
How about staying with me in my room until we find them?
But...
You don't need to worry. I can't make you any homemade food, but I've got a first-class chef and a first-class concierge at my disposal.
They're the same person.
And a very affable bellboy. It's a lot of fun at that hotel.
Why do they have...
But...
They, like, modeled his veins in his
Okay.
forehead.
I guess.
Which is a very weird
Thanks,
thing.
Agent York.
Now, I'll have to get another look at
You're
it,
a
but they might
lady,
not
so
have
you
modeled
take
it.
the
It
bed.
might actually be
Zach
normal
and
mapping.
I will be fine on the couch.
Yeah, that's just textured on, I think. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, you know what I meant, Brian.
Sorry, I didn't. Look, when I teach this stuff day to day, I legitimately just go into teacher mode. That was not intentional. I didn't mean to lecture at you.
No,
I do love these people who just sit around
at the police station.
Yeah, there's like. It's like when people like sit at a skate park to feel like they're skater people, even though they're not skating. You know.
I drive by a skate park on my way home from long distance trips.
Oh, Zach, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, like, hey, come out and hang out in with my room. I have no water pressure and I smell like shit. I think you'll like it in there. It's first class.
So I've been reading a lot of things on Reddit about the Star Wars visions and like what people think of them.
Uh-huh.
Damn, Star Wars fans hate Star Wars. They fucking hate it.
Uh-huh.
Like,
I think you could say that with a lot of things. Insert something fans hate, insert thing.
yes, but like everyone is so mad. Like I saw some people talking about how much they loved The Elder, which is the second Trigger one they did. That one just was boring to me.
Yeah.
That one would be like, hey, what if we followed a Qui-Gon Jinn around?
Yeah. I did like the combat once it actually popped off, because it was the choreography was very interesting, but it's over in a flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where it's like, I appreciate the potential in this.
Oh, me too.
But I wouldn't say that I enjoyed it more than the other ones.
But like people were talking about how they didn't like the twins because they're like it just didn't make sense. I'm like, yeah, but that's kind of the thing.
Star Wars doesn't make sense depending on what your starting point is. Like,
Right.
if you're just like, all right, I'm gonna start at number 4, and that is Star Wars. Then when people start force pushing shit around, like it's nothing. Like clearly, it's like, what the hell is going on? What is just this magic, right? It's no longer this like, this faith force that just like, of like slight gravity manipulation and stuff. It's ramped up into like blasts.
Well, I just also find
You
it
look
weird.
to say from like 4 to 6, people shooting lightning. That's not force pushing. That's not gravity. That's different. It always depends on your starting point of what you consider Star Wars to be.
Right. But I also am like, if Trigger didn't come out swinging, then they wouldn't have hired Trigger in the first place.
Right.
If they didn't want Trigger to do what Trigger does, they wouldn't have hired them.
Right.
And people don't like the twins, or people are being upset that it doesn't follow canon. It's like, who cares?
Who would have thought that these would even try to follow canon? I do like Zach's comment. Sounds like a fatigued teacher for troubled kids. At the end of parent-teacher night, I appreciate the potential in your child. Be a better parent.
Zach, the Clarkson family tree is nothing like we thought it was. We need to reorganize everything we've uncovered so far.
Oh yeah, time for puzzle games.
Oh boy.
She was so tired she
Um,
fell right to sleep.
I think we should capture
Zach.
that screenshot of Patty with just parentheses sleeping,
I'm in a
and
very
then make that
difficult
like
spot
our
right now.
away stream.
I feel like this
Like,
case is
seriously.
heading in a direction
Um,
that will be extremely
or like
unpleasant
if we have
for her.
to
I've never felt
skip a stream,
anything
just
like
post
this
that on
during
Twitter.
any of our cases.
That'd be a good idea. Alright, link board. Ooh, evidence organization start.
Why?
First, let's go back to the
30
beginning.
questions. 20 questions.
Lise Clarkson's body was found hanging under a bridge over the bayou, in a deserted spot close to where the bayou meets the Mississippi. The one who fired the pistol at Heaven surely had no idea what he would find there. Speaking of which, Zach, Chuck, the man who started this race we're running, what's his occupation?
Swamp tour. Pro bowler.
No, that title belongs
Oh.
to our sage-like mentor,
I
Emma
thought it said
Sanders.
Swamp tour manager. Oops.
Zach, don't tell me you already forgot about how she gave us special training. She's the only reason we were able to keep forging ahead. I feel indebted to her, and I don't think she'd appreciate this error.
God.
There isn't a single pro bowler in this town. Think again. Mrs. Carpenter is an elderly madam who lives off her
I like how
pension,
they're just like,
not
hey,
a pro.
you fucker, here are the characters that you seem to be
That reminds me.
forgiving.
Didn't we spy Pastor Sanders lamenting her lack of... If you ask me, she puts her faith in bowling, period. Now, Zach, could I trouble you for a serious answer?
Yes, Zach, it's crawfish farmer.
That's right. He's a crawfish farmer. And after chasing a poacher's boat that crossed over into his farmland, he went up the bayou and was fortunate enough to find Lisa's body. I doubt it was a very pleasant experience for
I like
him.
that picture of Melvin missing, but it's like him in an action pose.
But if not for his discovery, Lisa's body might have started rotting out there.
By
He's a difficult person to be sure, but I don't think he's a bad guy. Chuck said something peculiar. He claimed the Clarksons were a little better when their son was still around. I don't know exactly what he meant, but we ended up meeting the person he was talking about, didn't we? Under very unexpected circumstances. Leonard Clarkson. He ran away from home, found his true self, then changed names. So, Zach, do you remember her name? Helena Doman. The townspeople call her Lena. She was also known as Professor R while she plotted against the Clarksons. She's the mother of the new drug known as Sang Rouge. She must have also had a group of followers who worshipped her fanatically. I can see it now. Lena sprinkling down the red powder, corrupting every last pure and innocent girl in town.
I wish
Lena
she was
mentioned
a
her
better
plan,
character.
Each time we met, she must have taken us for utter fools, Zach. She thought she was always one step ahead of us, and that we'd never see the full scope of her plan. Well, her plan isn't complete yet, and I know we can still stop it. That's why we need to learn all we can about her. Her alias was Professor R, and she was well learned in the areas of medicine and fire dynamics. By the way, Zach, do you remember what weapon Lena used to murder PJ?
A bomb. I really want to click any of these, but I don't know
Correct.
how
She
exciting
used
it
a
would
miniature bomb. To tell you the truth, she surprised me. That bomb was so well placed. It left hardly any damage on the building
be.
itself,
It's like we don't have.
yet still did amazing work on them. Lena should have used that brain of hers for something more productive than that saga of revenge. For example, reviving Lucare's economy from the industrial sector. Widen your perspective, and you'll see that Louisiana is an industrial treasure trove.
I gotta wonder what.
With her
Swery
intelligence
does,
and her
like, why he
charisma,
just wants to
I'm
write
sure she would have found
just,
some
like,
amazing
love
opportunities.
letters to specific areas.
Such a tragedy.
Like, what made him pick Louisiana?
Zach, there's one more important matter
Oh
we
yeah,
need to think
the
about
bomb
here.
was so well placed.
Galena Clarkson, who was murdered in jail. Her body
Let's
was
see, is
dismembered,
it
then
possible that there's,
rearranged
like,
into a
just
V shape. Patty and Melvin claimed it
A
was
genre
a severed
fiction
roots
element of
killing.
this that... Well, I mean, it could also be that he's traveled to the
But
United
that doesn't
States and
make
enjoyed it
sense
there.
to me.
That might be it.
And
But it's
PJ
just-
Clarkson
it's just funny
disapproved
that,
of it when I met him in the other world.
That he's like, it's not even like subtle. He's just straight up like, ah, yes. I can't remember. So one of our friends made a we have someone in the chat called Familiar Territory Fan, and I cannot remember who did that.
It's Ryan. I can.
He
I
saw
had
Galena's
to
parts
think-
lined up and was
I clicked on
overcome
it
by
and I was like,
Tell
who is it
me,
again? And I've seen the chat messages from before, so...
Who killed Galena? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
unfortunately, we
Got
don't
free
have the
shrubs
answer to this
today.
one yet.
The bomb may have beheaded him, but it was the chandelier that killed him.
And it's too big a problem to solve with mere speculation. The answer to this question may lead to a major turning point for this case, and the final turning point for this story. You know it's true, Zach. I only hope it doesn't push us down an avenue we didn't plan on exploring.
Why does that give me $6? Like,
Because it's not as impressive as traveling long distances. That's why.
what do you think the YT on her patch stands for, or the pop on her jacket patch? YT obviously stands for YouTube. We all know that Patricia was an early investor in YouTube's early infrastructure. Unknown. I bet Clarkson's eldest daughter
Hey, Zach. Do you remember PJ's last
is
words?
Patricia's mom.
Lena had intercourse with her older sister. Her own flesh and blood. This means there's still one more person out there who inherited PJ's blood.
This is some jamming. Oh, yes! I love Underwear Jazzman. He's such a weird character because he has no lines.
Not yet.
That girl has a tattoo of someone reaching for a cupcake on her belly.
I love how little motion she has. She's so stone cold for a drummer. It's all in the wrist for her.
That's a lot of jazz drumming.
I suppose. But like even compared to the other, like she's moving a little, you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, the other two are also NPCs that we talk to. The bassist is the skateboard girl.
That's true.
Oh, fucking poachers, now I
Underwear
gotcha.
Jasmine isn't
Hell yeah,
real.
Chuck.
Cut you red-handed.
Chuck's here to kill poachers and take names. I like that Chuck is taking this justice into his own hand. He's just like,
Vigilante style.
he's like, fuck poachers, I gotcha. Oh, it's the mark of the. Oh boy.
It's the mark of them, the family. Is it Clarkson's?
Yeah. I'm very confused. This game just throws me for a loop every goddamn time it decides to continue the plot along. Oh, I defeated episode 2.
Congratulations.
And I got an S. God, I'm doing...
Cool.
I'm doing...
I'm already so worried with that stinger to the chapter.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be super good.
I'm sure it's gonna be really okay. Like, will Deadly Premonition to a Blessing in Disguise actively be fatphobic? Let's check. Throw a dart. If you hit the bullseye, then it isn't. Everywhere else, well.
Someone, stop that noise.
Oh, I forgot. Every time we do this, we get to talk to...
Oh no, we're gonna have another extended sequence. It's right.
Another extended sequence in which we talk way too much about things and not pay attention to the story. Ah, yes.
Soup.
Oh, he got soup on his face.
Oh.
Bestial. Growling. That was an interesting use of going through the floor.
Get into the floor. See, this is why York's always falling through it. It's fucking paper thin bullshit. Oh, I see. He's falling to the Satsui no Hado. So many layers. Thanks, Zach.
2019.
Let me try and summarize this. Helena Doman was the mastermind behind the entire incident. But Helena Doman was actually P.J. Clarkson's son, who had severed ties with the family. Helena was also known as Professor R, the mother brain behind the drug known as Sang Rouge.
That's right.
Wow, that guy's been peeing for a while.
She was responsible for everything?
Not everything.
The one time that he's really
Most
succinct
of
is
it.
when,
Almost everything.
what's his
went
face
according
leaves
to
the
her
room.
plan.
But if you'd already figured out that
No, I
much,
don't remember
why
his
did
name.
you
He
continue
sucks.
to stay in Le Carré?
Something
Because
boring like Smith or
we had
Jones
to.
or something.
You had to. Whatever for.
The goddess was still there.
The goddess.
If your name is Smith
The
or Jones, I'm
goddess
sorry.
of fertility.
Shouldn't be throwing stones.
Lise Clarkson's body.
Throw all the stones you want. Yep.
No, you shouldn't. They might rip through Deadly Premonition's floor mesh.
Weak.
Drop poor Francis Zach Morgan.
Not her. She was as beautiful as a goddess, but she wasn't the goddess. She was just a tragic victim.
Because of all the
Then
forehead
who
space
is
he
the
has, he
goddess
looks
of
like an
fertility?
anime character when they
Oh.
want to make sure you can
Person
see their
at the
face,
root
but they
of
also
this
want to have really
case.
large bangs, so
Is
they
it
just take
some
the whole
kind of
face and
metaphor?
shift it downwards to the chin.
For example, the vast wealth that the red powder yielded.
Like a Clanad character.
We should play Clanat on stream.
The goddess of
do you
fertility
know how long Clanad
embodied
is?
abundance on the
Probably
outside,
like 40 hours.
Like
but
50.
in that
Oh, wow.
void,
And that's
to
without like
swallow
voice
up
acting or
all of
anything.
Lucaria.
That's really good.
Check the how long to be, because it's been a while since I looked at it.
Struggling not to puke.
Okay, I was wrong. Sorry.
Shut
Clanad. Main
Shut
story.
up! Shut up!
61
Shut up!
hours. Main and extra. 78 and a half. Completionist. 85 and a half.
We should do a 24
Are you
hour
okay,
long
Mr.
live stream
Morgan?
of us just playing Clanat.
We won't even get a third of the way through.
Morgan almost sounds like a
But
prophet
I'm
talking
tempted.
about the end of the world. Vague, elusive,
I have to
and
exercise my
intent on deceiving
my
those lips, but every
ooh,
now
anime
and then he
ghoul
adds an interval
voice.
of truth.
because that's
Trisha
like all of the
Clarkson is one of
characters.
those.
You have there's like one dude who's like your best friend, and he's a piece of shit, and he gets ass kicked constantly. Not even like metaphorically, like oh, like people tell him off, like people just attack this kid. It's absurd.
It was absurd.
And then everyone else, the anime girl.
She's something special. something irreplaceable to him.
So we have jittering leg, old messy letters. That's all we have. Alright, we're gonna look at our vision quest so we know which one not to pick. Ash in the fireplace.
The logs in the center look far more burnt compared to the rest. Almost looks like they were used in conjunction with some kind of accelerant. Did you recently burn something there?
Wow, that's a really quick thing to think about. Oh yeah.
It's our fireplace. We're free to use it as we please.
I see traces of resin, which leads me to believe you burned up some sort of toxic substance. It doesn't matter what kind of fireplace you have. Burning anything other than firewood in it is dangerous. Next time, don't burn it up at home. Dispose of it like you would any other non-burnable refuse.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Especially if it was something like a smartphone or a USB memory stick.
Non-burnable refuse like a smartphone? Let's be serious here, Belle. That's exactly the sort of data one needs to thoroughly immolate. Remember what you learned at Quantico.
What did you learn at Quantico? 420 blazes. Jittering leg.
Instead of kicking your floor, perhaps it'd be wiser to invest in a soundproofing mat.
No, I want to bother.
Are
my
you
next door
irritated,
neighbor.
Belle? Yes. Of course you are. You think we lack a common human trait, and that bugs you. We're crazy. Human refuse. That's how we look to you, isn't it?
I would never go that far, but you did surprise me. Just doesn't seem like the kind of attitude one should display when in the company of others.
What, his jittering leg?
Yes, we're sorry. We agree with you.
That's such a weird thing to focus on.
It just made us remember a time when that noise kept ringing out, and we couldn't stop it. That flight from Newark Liberty to Seattle Tacoma. It was the first flight we took as FBI agents. The plane was shaking violently due to turbulence, and when we looked to the side, we saw a young mother cradling a baby with a frightened look on her face. We got worried, so we spoke to her. Then the baby started. It was so loud. We couldn't resist plugging up our ears, and since it was so loud, the rest of the passengers started glaring at us. At first, the mother and I waved our hands, trying to quiet down the baby, but our efforts were in vain. It never stopped crying. The more our anxiety levels rose, the louder its cries grew, shrill and piercing, as if they were heralding the apocalypse. We were powerless, and the baby's mother was helplessly bewildered.
What a weird story to be
Once the
telling.
plane landed safely in Tacoma, the baby finally stopped crying.
Where do you think this is going? Where do you think this is gonna end? Like, there's got to be a
We
reason.
heaved a sigh of relief and looked at the mother. Then she said,
I'm gonna say it's something about like psychological profiling.
"Whose child is this?"
Oh, forget it. Never
We
mind.
were shocked. So we asked her what was going on. Apparently, sometime after she boarded the flight, that baby
Zach says
randomly appeared
in chat, he realizes
on
the
her
baby
lap.
was a chicken all this time, and he's no.
He's not old enough
Then-
for Nom.
It ordered her to call me over, and
What-
kept sitting
What
there as if nothing was wrong.
what generational range is Zach Morgan in?
So he's 40. He's like 40-ish in 2019. So he's like Gen X. There's a MASH reference. What?
I haven't seen enough MASH to know that.
Can
All
you
I know
believe
about
that,
MASH
Belle?
is that there were episodes where the laugh track didn't play, and if the laugh track didn't play, you knew it was gonna be a real one.
Bizarre, isn't it? While we were talking, the baby disappeared. The being responsible for all that loud, grating noise
What the fuck?
simply disappeared without a trace.
This is really good.
Ever since then, whenever I hear a baby crying, I remember that bizarre experience. Well, What do you think, my fairy? Was it some sort of sign?
Time to look at the old messy letters.
But you're still searching for Patricia, yes?
You don't need to worry about that.
I remember MASH has like a famously powerful finale.
Mhm.
We're investigating. In fact, we've almost reached our goal. We just need to find some conclusive evidence.
Oh, we sincerely hope that's the case. Hard to believe, though.
What's hard to
After all,
believe?
so far you've just been barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree.
That's right. You shouldn't be wasting time here. You should be out there, looking for her.
Then I'll just ask you straight away. Do you know where she is?
Instead of smothering the chicken, it was a ghost baby all along.
No, we don't. But we can feel her when we close our eyes and become one with the world.
I love York's weird spiritism he's got going
very
on. I mean,
faint.
not York, Zach.
But we can see her. We can see Patricia.
Are you trying to distract me again? Or do you really expect me to believe you're clairvoyant or something?
I mean, it's not the weirdest thing that would have happened.
What do you think we are, X-Men? It's metaphysical offender profiling.
Cool. That doesn't answer anything.
He actually asked me where Patricia is?
He doesn't know.
Does he have full confidence that we'll never find her? Fine. I can deal with that. I'll just ask him everything I can about the Le Carré case.
Okay, so those both continue it. I'm guessing the milk carton roll does not. So we'll talk about the milk carton roll. Maybe we'll get another fun baby antidote.
This square area enclosed by milk cartons, is it another sanctuary? The more I look around,
Nah, it's
the
where
more I
play
feel
with my
like there's some
Legos. I
sort
can't
of system to all
afford the
this.
castle set, so I had to make one out of milk cartons.
The sanctuary on this table. The fireplace sanctuary. And the milk carton sanctuary. They all lead into the room back there. And there's one more by the window, and yet another by my feet. Are they signs? Or is this all some sort of path?
Hey, Belle. Is that a serious question?
Of course it is.
We're drying them out. We line the milk cartons up to dry them out so we can turn them into Halloween decorations.
Okay.
Halloween? It's only January.
Well, you gotta get prepared.
This is America, land of the free.
Okay, Zach.
Got a problem with that?
What a funny line.
I really wish I knew enough about chess to see who's winning.
By the way, how did the FBI find Lisa's body after 14 whole years?
That's none of your business.
Are you saying they just happened to be investigating the Clarksons' cold storage warehouse?
That's right. Only recently I learned
pure
about a
chance
chess move. What was it called?
that
Like
there was
bong
some
smoke or something like that?
undercover
Bong smoke.
terrorism plot
Yeah.
afoot there?
I said it's none of your business.
My favorite
Well,
part about that
we'll just
experience
have
was
to
A,
guess.
figuring out that's a thing, but then B, realizing that someone in my friend group already knew
was
about it
an
and could tell me
anonymous
more.
tip. A tip
That's-
related to Saw
It's good to know the
Rouge.
people I know. Thanks, Will.
I'm not very prominent in the chess world.
Did we hit the nail on the head?
Yeah, but I know it's getting big again.
Bong cloud.
But-
That's what it was. Bong cloud attack.
A bo-
Yeah.
That's not what we want
I
to
guess
know
seeing
about.
as
After all, the FBI gets
You got it
hundreds
online.
of tips every day.
popular
Right, my fairy.
means gets more popular,
It
gets
was
more
always
popular.
that way.
Yeah, I
Even
think,
back when...
well, I know, like,
Here's
there's,
what
like,
we
the
really
subreddit
want to
Anarchy
know.
Chess, which is just,
Why,
like, a chess meme
out of
subreddit.
all those tips,
Yeah.
One of my
did you
favorite
select
ones
that
is
one?
that they have a daily post where it's like, you pick the next move. It doesn't have to be legal. And I think, like, there was, like, a coup last time, and, like, they raised, like, the flag of, like, Norway for, like, the black side.
Would you tell us that much?
One of them, 2 pawns
Well.
had a quarantine for 2 weeks.
What urged you to make a beeline straight for
pretty
this
good.
case?
Yeah.
That's none of your business.
I'm surprised no one has summoned Blue Eyes White Dragon in that game yet.
So you think Alina was murdered by
yet.
Helena Doman, her own brother?
No, not her. Galena was someone else.
Then who killed her?
It's written in the report, isn't it?
I killed her.
Yes. But I'm asking you. Would you mind answering me in your own words? You see, I find your entire story highly suspicious.
It's a complicated
I wonder
matter.
when this is going to take a turn to, like,
Extremely complicated.
the, like, Forest Cason.
Don't let him draw you into his game.
Wow.
Stay
Well,
calm,
we just
Alina
finished chapter
Dennis.
2. So, oh my god, we just finished chapter 2.
The
many
future
chapters are there?
influences the present just as much as the past. You asked me
Ah,
why I spent an
look.
entire 2 days observing you before I
getting
came
really
to speak
worried.
with you.
Well, remember in the first game, chapter 3, 4, and 5 were much shorter than the first 2 chapters.
Well,
yeah,
here's
but
why.
also that game was
Over those
fucked in
49
terms of its
hours, I
development,
observed the
so
intervals between your
probably
actions.
missing content. And we've also been side questing
When you
a lot,
were
I guess,
neither
so
doing
Deadly
something nor
Which we
doing
didn't do in
nothing.
Deadly Premonition 1 because of my game.
I intently studied your intervals
I
between action
I know. I
to
mean, like, in
action.
general.
People reveal everything
okay,
during the
Deadly
intervals
Premonition
between their
2.
actions. For example, when you eat alone versus eating with someone else. The most prominent differences always appear when someone either begins or finishes eating a
Episode
meal.
1,
And since these are
2,
unconscious actions, they can't be
3.
consciously hidden. When you prepare to
Oh,
eat
but these
or finish eating,
episodes are in
when you move in to clean up, when you pick up a
different.
book or close one, when you
Okay, let
raise
me
a cup
see.
of coffee to your lips. Human actions speak volumes. Not even the person doing the actions is conscious of them. That's my modus operandi. And here's the conclusion it helped me reach. There's one other person in this house.
But yes, I do want a chess meme, Zach.
Isn't there?
There's another person in this house. The main thing that put me off of playing chess is there's 2,000 years of gameplay that hundreds of people with higher IQs have spent thousands of hours studying the history of. So much that when I put the pawn in front, they say, I see you're going for the Bulgarian somersault. And then I try to take my knight with my bishop, and they go, rookie mistake. You play the Frenchman's Cup sock, and in approximately 37 moves, I'll have won. It's really weird. Chess is an interesting game because it's technically solved.
I love
But
it.
It's solved
Yeah.
so many ways that you're trying to figure out how your opponent solved it so you can counter it with solving it again. It's very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You're incredible, Bill.
I'm glad to hear that Scott has deleted the
You
memory of
outdid
Forest Case and
all our
replaced it with
expectations.
Everard from Disco Elysium.
God, I've heard. Mr. Francis York Morgan.
Impressive, to say the least. You're right, Bill.
Trying to find your lost
Half right.
gun.
Half?
You should still be proud, though. Honestly, we never
Thankfully,
thought you'd
the
make it
Union's
this
got
far.
you covered.
You've
Take this
got
one. It's got
real
rubber
talent.
bullets in it.
God. I know that we probably shouldn't play Disco Elysium on this stream because I've played through it twice already. God, I'd love to play Disco Elysium. It'd be fun if we get enough of a following, we can have people vote.
Most of what you say is If this goes to court,
Oh,
I
but
won't
next
let you
week we
claim
won't
that
be
your
playing Deadly
testimony is
Premonition or
inadmissible
anything
just
else
because
to
of
be
your
voting
little
on next week.
indulgence
Oh, I
there.
know
We
we're
have
doing
something
fine.
Fine by us.
I know.
We can even put it in writing if you want.
Of course, unless we like,
Won't run or hide.
if we hit technical difficulties
We'll
or
be
if we
fair.
change our minds, then it'll be more deadly
Where's the
premonition. But
paper?
I would like to have Grant play
I
something
had it around here
special. No,
somewhere.
we will not do
Where is it?
fascist cop Disco Elysium on stream.
Apparently, though, the fascist route in Disco Elysium is still like very hypercritical
We're
of
fine.
fascism.
Hey,
Right, it
everything
is, yeah.
okay?
I've read that
What's
too.
going on out here?
Like the Vision Quest.
Oh,
is
don't
just,
tell
like,
me.
He's just
Really
suffering
pitiful.
from nausea. I
Uh-huh.
was more worried about you. You were in there for quite some time.
Yeah, sorry. Ever since you got here, I've been all backed up.
I really
Mr.
Simon
Morgan?
Jones.
Can you stand?
Is this a sign from a coffee?
What do you think Simon Jones' favorite
could
food
it
is?
be?
Why is it just
What
cheese
is it trying to
pizza?
tell me?
Oh my god.
Is that a
Oh
dragon?
my god, it's in the
The
coffee.
coffee.
The dragonfly.
I am still trying to determine where
Footsteps.
exactly we are in the game, by the way.
Big footsteps.
Boy,
Footsteps.
kids, you know I couldn't stop being
Big
scared.
footsteps.
Some odd fella was following her around,
Oh.
stalking her like.
Oh. Wait. I didn't know that Alexis. Did we talk about how Alexis Jawara has David Jawara's last name?
No, I didn't really connect it before.
Well, they also both have opposite opinions on food.
That poor girl,
That's great.
Lise. She was a druggie. And she was into the really bad stuff.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess, mentally and physically. That's why I created the Holy Red Powder.
You okay?
We're fine. Just feeling a little tired. Would you take us to get our medicine?
Sure. It's in the bathroom, right? Whew.
Do I have emails? Dude, I'm gonna throw the cat emote too.
Seems like he's calmed down a little. We should let him rest for a while.
One more step and I could have cornered Morgan. But so be it.
We never really did find out if York or if Zach also has.
I can still
military
keep
training,
investigating,
or
even if the
FBI
owner
training.
of this chair
Yeah.
isn't Simon Jones.
I wonder how
what
that
a piece of
transfers.
work. How can anyone have such bad timing?
Aaliyah Davis still hates Simon.
The tricky thing about this walkthrough that I found is that it just puts all the side quest stuff just end to end,
Yeah.
like as it's going. So like
What's wrong, Aaliyah?
it's
You
just all
hungry or
stacked in
something?
the same place.
Excuse me? What are you insinuating?
Well, you're
Did you,
staring
when you
right
beat
at
the
an
last
empty pizza
boss
box.
that we just beat here, did you like
Please don't compare yourself
pick
to
up
me.
its heart afterwards?
Besides, I have a
Yes.
refined palate.
Okay, then I
so.
think
Hey, that
Then I
was
think
uncalled
we're
for.
coming up on
Pizza
episode
is a
3.
sacred food.
Yes,
You don't
we're
need
coming
to
up on
feel
episode 3.
embarrassed for being
And then we
unable to
have
stop staring at
episode
it. It
4.
enthralls
There's only 4
all
episodes.
who gaze upon it.
Yeah, so like essentially we're
That's
in
the power of pizza.
we're in
Stop,
28
Agent
to 19
Jones.
right now.
I've had
We're
enough
gonna
of
go
this
into
sacred
2005,
pizza bit.
and then we're gonna go back to
I'm
2019.
sick of you
I think that's gonna
Chicagoans
be
and your
the end of it.
obsession with pizza.
Huh. Chicagoans?
Pizza,
Mhm.
pizza, pizza. 24 hours a day. That's all you ever talk about.
I'm really glad that we're getting.
Oh
What,
wait,
you
is
gonna
he
launch into
is
a
he really
tirade
just
about
a
how
pizza
deep dish
guy?
is the only
Yeah.
proper way to make pizza?
Did he say that before? I think he
No,
might have said
no,
it
Yes,
no,
before.
it's a
Aaliyah.
sacred dish.
Okay.
You just don't get it, do you? As a Chicagoan, I'm proud.
So I did
of
not
the deep
predict
dish
that.
pizza.
I'm certain he's done that today.
But get this. I love New York style pizza too. It doesn't matter what kind of pizza it is. As long as it's a pizza, It's beautiful.
Someday, son, you'll learn to appreciate all pizza.
Still don't get it?
Deep dish pizza is casserole, and he should be ashamed.
Okay, here. I'm gonna put it in terms that I'm sure
Is
even
Simon
you
gonna
could
mansplain
understand.
pizza to Leo?
All
my
pizzas are
God.
created equal.
Thank you, Simon.
Eat your heart out, Nietzsche.
Simon Jones is trying to do what Greg Universe did better.
Just forget I mentioned anything.
Ah, yes. Gregory Universe. Wandering Simon. Empty chair. Empty box.
Shouldn't you look after him?
Gregory,
gave him
my
his
wife
meds and let
became
him
my
rest.
child universe.
Let him rest where?
In the bathtub. It happened to have a blanket and a pillow in it.
What?
Gregory,
Why?
I married a
I
war
don't
criminal
know.
universe.
Maybe he sleeps in the tub. I feel like I saw that once in some vampire movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. More importantly, how long has he been like that?
It's stage 4 cancer. He's had it for a while now.
No, I'm talking about his face. It looks as white as a sheet. You can even see all his veins. I've never heard of any cancer side effect like that.
Oh, you can do it in 2005, too.
Who knows?
Doesn't look like that.
But now that you mention it, he started going really crazy around the beginning of December.
In what way?
You think Francis York
He
Morgan takes
changed
a really
pizza
good photo?
places.
Like, is he photogenic?
Yeah, absolutely. He changed pizza places. That's when he started going crazy. That's what Simon Jones is saying.
This better not be another joke.
It's not.
Simon
really.
Jones has
It's
some
not.
strong,
Before December,
like,
he always used to order delivery
U-turn
from a
antagonist
Chicago-style joint all the way
vibes
up
right
in
now.
Medford.
Oh, yeah.
But
No,
one day,
absolutely.
he took one look at one of their trademarked red boxes.
Like, it's gonna be the very end of the
Totally
game, and
lost
he's gonna
it.
pull a gun,
Red,
and
huh?
Zach is gonna eat the shot by jumping in the way, and then Aaliyah is going to finish him off. I can't even
You
die.
better believe it. He started screaming gibberish at the pizza boy and chased him away.
Beautiful.
Next thing I know, I see him toss the pizza box out his window.
Do you think that's when his fear of red began surfacing more prominently?
Beats me. I mean, there isn't a better Chicago-style pizza place that delivers around this area.
Shut up, Simon.
How could someone give up on that just because they don't like the box? I don't get it.
Oh, what's up?
Were you serious for even a fraction of that story?
Alright, let's see what...
Why do you think he's trying to survive so badly? What does he hope to achieve?
What do you mean?
He who has a why to live can bear almost any how.
No more Nietzsche. Please,
No more
just stop.
Nietzsche.
I feel like my ears are gonna start bleeding.
Oh, this is...
Hey, Agent Jones, want to know why I love Nietzsche's quotes so much?
Why do you think she loves Nietzsche's quotes so much? I'm sure it is a very valid reason.
Sure.
I first discovered Nietzsche in a shelter after Katrina.
That's who...
At the time, I was shell-shocked, hopeless.
I realized I was about to make a very
I wanted to
deep,
die.
or at least long-range reference that was probably
How
not
could a
going to pan
13-year-old
out.
girl go on living alone with her
gonna-
little brother? Then, in
I'm
that
gonna roll
shelter,
back from that.
I met a college professor. His school was damaged by the hurricane, too, and got closed down. He also lost his family and was living there in the shelter, just like me. So we gradually started spending more time together. I'll never forget the 3 months I spent with him.
Wow, Nietzsche had a
He
killer
loved
mustache.
And out of all of Nietzsche's
Feeling
quotes,
thick.
there was one from Thus Spoke Zarathustra that he repeated over and over again. Better know nothing than half know many things. Better be a fool on one's own account than a sage on other people's approbation. I thought it was a strange quote to hear from a college professor, you know? Why would he think it would be good to be a fool? But I understand what he meant now. He was trying to encourage my little brother and I, so that we'd be able to bear the weight of the victim label that was about to be slapped onto us, so that we could go on respecting ourselves without ever succumbing to all the patronizers. After that, my grandmother in Lafayette took us in. That was the last time I ever saw the professor. But whenever I quote Nietzsche, my memories of him come flowing back into my mind, and they give me the power I need to keep pressing on. So I'm gonna keep quoting Nietzsche, just to make sure I don't forget my roots.
Oh, I see.
Shut up, Simon.
Yeah.
We had a character
I think
just
I
give
get
us
it
some
now.
pretty valid reasons for something.
Nietzsche's to you what
Oh my
pizza
god,
is
he's
to me.
ruined it.
Sorry for giving you a hard time about it. You are free to go on quoting him whenever you want, of course.
Agent Jones, what the hell is wrong with you?
Thank you. God.
How dare you compare Nietzsche with pizza?
Oh, come on.
Guy sucks. Pondering Simon.
Let me get one thing straight.
You don't like pizza?
You started this investigation based on an anonymous tip, right?
Okay.
What kind of a tip was it? Phone or
20%.
mail?
What does that matter at this point?
This may surprise you, but these kinds of details really eat me up inside.
Oh, finally.
I always get hung up on the most insignificant of details.
Yeah.
Especially during the most vital times. For example, you know how people go to bed early the night before they have a big job? That's exactly the time where I start focusing on meaningless nonsense. When did I last clip my nails? How long is my milk good for? I just can't help myself.
I'm gonna send you something that will help
resist
you
the need to know.
survive this conversation with
It's
Simon
just
Jones.
the way I am.
Please don't ask why I'm finding humorous images while the game is playing and we're on stream.
That's a good one.
It was sent in an envelope. Postmarked December 28th, sent out from Louisiana.
What did it have inside?
A postcard with a dragonfly on it. A wrapped sample of Sang Rouge. And a note.
I'm not even entirely sure what... These people are looking for Pat.
What did it say?
Patty.
Investigate the Clarksons. FK.
Oh,
Anyway,
shit.
Well,
Forrest Kaysen.
That's
once
it?
again,
Yes, that's it.
He's back.
Who's FK?
Anonymous tip, remember?
No,
It's obviously
not.
just a fake
It's
name.
Not a
Did
fake
you
name.
confirm that?
Of course I did. Louisiana has a population of 4.5 million. The FBI database has a list of 6,682 individuals whose initials are FK.
Yeah, but do you know of the demon?
1 out of every 6 individuals is a child under the age of 14, born after 2005. The remaining 5,500 people include those whose initials changed after they married or incarcerated individuals. After subtracting those, I was left with 3,800. That's when I stopped searching for FK, and I decided to change up my approach. It isn't important where the tip came from. All that matters is solving the
Really
case.
interesting that our boy Francis Zach Morgan is not.
I
in the
got
room
this
to talk
far by
about
taking the most efficient route possible. Are you satisfied?
yeah, this would have
now?
blown it right open,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yep. It all...
Yep. Yes.
The
FK,
letter that was delivered
Forrest
to me
Kaysen.
bore
He's
the
a demon.
Clarkson symbol.
Sorry
A
about that.
postcard decorated with a dragonfly.
I shot
A
him.
mark of the Clark.
A
Single
lot.
sheet of paper ordering me to investigate the Clarksons.
You know, you
And
can climb on roofs. It's got stretchy arms.
Oh my God,
Rolls
there's
around.
so much shit. I forgot how long these take. Alright, so that last one was there. Record collection.
Who collects vinyl in an age like this? With
True. Morgan's got
Alright, we're just
refined...
gonna
you
kinda
really
go through
think
this.
so? Now, even I thought they were cool back when the vinyl revival first started. But now, every suburban mall has its own vinyl shop right next. At this point, it's become a solid component of modern snobism, which only makes them that much more uncool.
Man. God.
People who know nothing about real music are buying them up just so they can decorate their walls with cute album art.
Damn.
How
Going
do
hard
you
at it.
ever have time to enjoy anything when you're always so busy putting people down?
Excuse me?
You're like IBS. You keep flaring up at the worst times and there's no end in sight. And when you're alone with
So
Morgan,
Simon
it's
has
just
two
an all-out
qualities. That's
war
pizza
zone.
and shit.
We're in the middle of a very
They come
important
together to make
investigation
Simon
right
a
now.
piece of shit.
Don't you think we ought to take it seriously?
To me, it just looks like you're putting yourself under a lot of stress for no good reason. Why can't you, show a little humanity once?
Does one need humanity in order to track down criminals?
Yes, one does. Or at least I do.
Well, I do.
Wow. Gotta scratch my head.
come on, Aaliyah. For a few days, at the very least. I'm your invasive partner who has a passionate relationship
He
with
has mentioned
pizza,
pizza
right?
almost
Why can't
every
you just let me in
conversation.
on... Oh, aside from Nietzsche, that is.
You know, I'd really rather not.
Why do you always have to be so withdrawn?
I can't help it if there's certain things I don't like.
No, come on. There's got to be some kind of music you enjoy. This is a good chance to teach me a bit about yourself.
I said no.
Do you like Justin Bieber?
Too cute. Not my type.
I don't know. 2019 Justin Bieber kind of got rid of that too cute look.
Drake?
I've only ever listened to the hooks.
Well then, Ariana
Yeah.
Grande, Katy Perry.
The attention.
Hell no. Am I done now?
Well then, what
Being
do
cool is
you
a very
like?
important part of
Backstreet
Being-
Boys.
I have to tell you.
Okay, yeah, too.
Yes, you do.
Let's hear it. Backstreet Boys.
Pink Floyd.
Oh, come on, Aaliyah.
No way. You're a prog rocker? Who turned you onto it? Your dad?
As far as I can remember, I've loved prog rock ever since I was born. That's just how music works, right? I mean, The Wall is by far my favorite album. Even to this day, I find it hard to believe that they made that in the 70s. It still sounds completely fresh and unique,
The Wall
as
is a
if it
good
was just
album,
released.
But, like, come
What?
No, I was just thinking, I wish Morgan could have been here for this.
Don't you dare tell him.
Yes, I want to see Zach talk to her about prog rock.
Yeah, why is it that... why are we
Ready
having
to
this
spill
conversation
the
with Simon?
beans,
This would be so
Aaliyah?
much more interesting if Francis Zach Morgan was in the room.
I'm afraid of thunder.
Well, this makes sense.
Happy now?
Katrina? All right, I'll stop.
Good. Now let's get...
No. Hold
Oh
on.
my god, you just said you're gonna stop.
Now that I think about it, that doesn't really qualify as a soft spot. What I'm looking for is more... How should I say
Simon,
it?
fucking leave
Adorable?
the gal alone.
You know, something that would make you blush. There's gotta be something. Please, I'm begging you.
I love koalas. They're just so cute. I can't resist them. All I need to do is look at a picture of one and Fuzzy Wuzzy swim all over me. I mean, the way they look, the way they're shaped, the color of their fur. I mean, even down to how they only
You think
eat
they're gonna talk about
eucalyptus.
how koalas suck? Do you think Simon's gonna ruin the mood?
I just love everything
I
about
hope
them.
so.
Once I get some
sincerely
time
hope
off,
so.
I'm gonna travel to Australia and hug one for real. That's one of the top 5 goals on my lifetime to-do list right now. This conversation never happened. Is that understood?
Wait, oh my god, there's more to the pizza box?
Hey, Aaliyah, sorry about before.
Yeah.
What are you talking?
Okay. Chicagoans all love deep dish pizza. We can't
don't
live
think
without the
that's
damn.
true.
I admit it. That's why I always. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It had already left my mind.
Yes, Simon.
Well, good. Pizza should always be a peaceful dish, no matter what's going on.
This is awful.
By the way, do you eat hot dogs?
Why do you want to know?
Just tell me. Do you eat?
Every now and then, yes.
Okay, so what do you put on
If
your
he
hot
says
dogs?
ketchup, he's gonna get mad.
What is this? A personality test?
No, nothing of the sort. You see, the thing is, we Chicagoans are very tolerant when it comes to pizza preference, but hot dogs? Well, that's a different story.
Meaning?
I just can't stand those
Yep,
people who put
see?
ketchup on their hot dogs.
Simon's just a piece of shit.
Huh?
He's
Mustard is the only condiment that people should be allowed to
Here's
put
the
on their
thing,
hot dogs.
He just talked about how Aaliyah is like, you gotta let people like things, and here he is, just shitting
Anything
on
else
hot
is
dogs.
heresy. And yet, look at our world today. Do you know how many people are out there dripping ketchup all over their Franks? I mean,
up, Simon.
let's think about this. What is ketchup exactly? Ketchup is a condiment meant for French fries,
It's meant
right?
for whatever, Simon.
It was
Fuck
never
off.
meant to be an accessory for hot dog. It's out of the question. You got a hot dog?
If you could say
use
one thing to
mustard.
Simon to try to hurt him personally, what would you say to him?
If you're, I don't know. I don't want to be.
Like,
Too...
how would you penetrate him? I didn't mean. How would you penetrate his wall of defense? That is his. No, shut up! Don't.
How would you
Don't clip
penetrate
that.
him? Woo! The
It's been a
answer.
long fucking day.
The answer is I would just be like, I put ketchup on my hot dogs. I don't give a fuck, right? Like, and then he'd go into this rant, and I'd be like, okay, sure, whatever, right? I would not.
It's an unspoken rule.
I feel like his entire personality is based around food, and if you're not a chef, that is not an interesting personality trait.
So, Aaliyah, lay it on me. Are you one of those degenerates who puts ketchup on their hot dogs?
I put ketchup on my hot dog when it's like a grilled hot dog. I don't put it on like if I have chili cheese.
I
that.
do.
Oh,
I put ketchup on my hot dogs. Of course
You know what
I
I would do? I would
No.
I'd be passing by him and I'd look intently at the back of his neck or like the side of his neck.
Well,
And,
this
then, and when
partnership
he asks
isn't
like
gonna
what's
last
up,
long.
I'd be like, "Oh no,
You've
it's nothing."
definitely convinced me of that.
Oh yeah?
As if there's
Well,
something
good.
there.
From the moment we started this investigation, I always
It's occurring to
assumed
me that
it
this
would
is
be a
gaslighting.
one-time only thing.
Once again, not a great look for me.
I have a
Just
celebrity
back-to-back
chef
more
destroy
decisions.
him via cameo. Your food opinions are wrong. Just so you know, when you select the unfinished chess game, I cannot go left. Here's the sound of me moving my control stick.
Yeah, I hear it.
Can't go anywhere. You gotta select it.
Agent
That's
Jones.
odd.
That
You found the
chessboard is
end of the
still
list
bugging
and it
me.
apparently doesn't wrap around.
I don't know why, but it just does. You really think he was playing chess all by himself?
Some hot dogs require ketchup, and deep dip. I don't think deep dish is an abomination, Zach. It's just a lot.
I don't know. I definitely think
I
it's
would
possible.
say yes, it's not pizza, but it's still
How?
tasty.
Maybe he's remembering the strategies an old friend of his used to use. If it's someone he played for years, he's probably capable of recreating their playing style. And
You can't
besides,
recreate my
Morgan's
chess
beaten a
playing style, 'cause I have
grandmaster
no idea what
before.
I'm doing. Wait, what?
You know that, right?
No.
I read about that in the Greenvale report.
Even a computer can play chess these days, right? I'm sure that a grandmaster level player would have no
Are you upset
trouble
with the canon
emulating
that's being
someone
produced right
else's
now, Grant?
strategy.
Yeah. What? When did he play chess in Greendale?
Whose chess strategy
Is
is,
it a
he
side quest
emulating
that we
then?
missed?
Maybe.
Let's look it up. Could just be something they've inserted.
Oh, Aaliyah.
Premonition.
Getting curious now. Here,
Chess.
I'll find one of my favorites for you.
Oh, is it the chess puzzle that he solves for
Oh,
How about this one?
Usha?
it might
what's
be
his name?
that. Yeah.
Who Framed
Robert,
Roger Rabbit?
yeah.
Directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Hey, hell yeah. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? It's really good.
It's a fantasy movie that mixes
I've never seen
real
that movie.
actors with
You've never
cartoons,
seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
using what we
No,
call
I
CG
know
these
bits and
days,
pieces
I
of it,
guess.
but I've never actually like sat down and watched it.
Oh,
Because
that-
Yeah, I know
that
that
was
it
one.
like culturally bothered me when I was a child. It's like,
Oh
this
yeah,
is
it's
weird
fucked.
and wacky.
It's fucked, but
It's one where
good.
Michael Jordan plays basketball with all the cartoon characters, right?
That's Space Jam.
What? No, that's Space Jam. It's not even the same director. And besides, that one has the Looney Tunes in it.
So does Who Framed Roger
Whatever. Either way, I'm not watching it.
Fine by me. You know, you're really lacking in the cute
Shut
department.
the fuck up, Simon. God. Your tan suit looks terrible on you.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to help you turn a new leaf. I'm your invasive partner, remember?
Why do you care so much? I like myself just the way I am.
No, wrong answer.
Wrong answer.
I think you could use a little
Oh my
more
You need to
softness.
conform
That
to
would
my
definitely make it
standards.
easier for people to help you out, you know.
Mr. Flesh-colored suit. I wish his suit was exactly the color of his skin.
You're flawless, intelligent, and charming.
The lead actor.
All you're missing is some soft spots.
The actor took some serious mental hits from working that movie. I'm assuming you're talking about Who
Soft
Framed
spots.
Roger Rabbit.
Space Jam.
But I would, yeah,
you know,
Space Jam
like
would be
when people
maybe
find out a
just as safe
super
to say.
serious politician is actually a huge comic book nerd. You've got
They
to
can't imagine
have
having
something.
to
Something-
act
Well, I don't.
essentially
End
without
of
other
story.
actors.
Hey, uh-oh.
The way people
What do
do
you
these
mean?
days,
Which
it's gotta be
means, well,
weird and wrong in all sorts of senses.
Alright, time to do the SR rapper.
so why did you do...
Why did I take this
Because it's my
case?
job.
Okay.
Really? I don't buy it.
Why not?
You aren't just following orders here. You've got way too much emotion invested in this. Some kind of special emotion. There's no use trying to hide it. Despite how I may look, data analysis is my forte. I know how to see through lies. I don't mean to be nosy, but would it kill you to confide in me a little?
Well, that's fucking weird.
I didn't manage to live this long simply because I'm fiendishly handsome. And besides, we're going to be tiptoeing across a thin line of legality with the rest of this case, so I'd prefer to have some probable cause. That way, at least I can back you up when you need me to.
There exists in the world a single path along which no one can go except you. Whither does it lead?
You're pulling out Nietzsche at a time like this?
I have a little brother.
Yes, we know you have a little.
After overdosing on a certain drug, he was thrown into rehab. He's been clean for 2 years now, but he still won't utter a single word. All day long, he's plagued by hallucinations. He can't tell if he's dead or alive. If this is reality or if it's all a dream.
Sang Rouge.
That's right. The doctor can't tell what's causing his condition, so they can't treat him. He just told me to prepare for the possibility that I may never get my brother back. This was his. I bought it for him after he graduated high school and found a job. He never got a single chance to wear it, though. Someday, I believe that he'll get better. And I'll get to see him put this on and head out to work.
So you think that if we nab the person behind all this, we may figure out how to conquer the addiction?
Right.
You really think it'll be that easy?
I don't know. But I can't just sit around and do nothing. He's the only family I have in the entire world.
I can only imagine.
What about your
hallucinating
parents?
When I was only 13, Katrina leaving my 7-year-old brother.
Procedure, day in and day out, on Hollywood.
It's
terms.
fine. I've already dealt with my
essentially
past.
being in an empty room.
Now I'm just working as hard as I can to complete
Yeah,
the
I think
duty
there
I've
was
been
something
given.
that happened on the set of The
Yeah.
Hobbit too, with
I remember Ian McClellan,
Hey,
yeah,
I
having
just want to double
kind of
check
breaking
one
down.
thing.
yeah, because he was just acting.
You didn't
the green
find
screen.
anything in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Nope. Nothing in there.
Im-
Are you serious about that?
Huh? Now you're having second thought?
Well, not exactly.
Then
attempting
what?
to monologue, but directed as if someone
I
is right in
understand
front
how
of
you
you.
feel.
Yeah.
But
Like sometimes
he's got
when
an
I listen to
incurable-
say like
And he used to be one of us.
So?
you
The
like,
truth
say
he's given us so
playthroughs of
far could all
games
be
or
completely fabricated.
you know,
He's a
streams and
genius
stuff,
lone wolf
I
agent
wake
who
up and I'm
solved
still
nothing
listening
but
to it,
difficult cases during his years of active
like
duty.
as I'm coming out of that
That's
dream,
what they told
I
me at
sometimes
Quantico,
think
at
that I'm
least.
having a conversation
Over and
or I'm
over
listening
again.
to the
I
real
had to listen to
person
them talk
who's
about
in there.
how no one could ever
Um,
replicate the kind of work he
like
did.
whoever's voice is like
Let's
essentially
be real here.
is what I'm hearing in my ear
You
at that
saw
time.
his face,
So
didn't
yeah,
you?
that's
It
gotta
was
be
inhuman.
like
It looked
if
like the
that's
face of
something
a
as
killer who's been possessed
lame
by
and
death.
soft as that messes me up. I can't imagine making a
Patricia
career
Clarkson is here,
length of
in the
time
next
just
room.
dedicated
Oh,
to
after
that.
14 years, he went
That'd
back
be
to
whack.
Lucare, kidnapped her, and imprisoned her here. He's trying to complete something big right now, something that's deeply connected to Sang Rouge.
Gulp.
Hmm.
Big gulp. What do you think's in the door?
It's entirely stacked, floor to ceiling with VHS tapes, and Patty is not in there.
Gulp. Oh, he has the eye patch. Oh.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
What is all this?
He's still trying to solve the case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You do not have
Pictures of people from Le Carré. And this wall is dedicated to Greenvale.
That's all the people that are crossed out who are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Do you
Are you
notice?
noticing something?
Yeah, are you?
I've been looking at the small version of the video.
Melvin's picture is crossed out.
Oh no! It is.
All the deceased have been crossed out.
Oh.
Sheriff Melvin Woods?
Oh fuck. Some pretty interesting storytelling though.
Mm-hmm.
That's some dramatic foreshadowing.
Lise Clarkson?
Why is there a dead rat?
Where's Patricia?
You never said Patty was here.
That's our altar. What are you doing?
What the hell? I don't think all witnesses were dead, Zach. Most of them died. Yes. I guess all the ones that saw Forrest Case and do Forrest Case and shit died or were, like, high as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Strangling FBI agent. Remember in Deadly Premonition 1 where you had the quick time events where you had to run away from the raincoat killer and hide in the lockers?
Yeah, you had to run at 10 frames a second. Or no, did it ever slow down on you? Or is that only on like the console version?
No, Deadly Premonition on my computer ran at a smooth 60 FPS.
It's not the true experience.
It was not the true experience. The game ran really well.
Yeah.
Quick, duck to not die.
Hit that B button, do a roll.
Look, look, the veins, okay, so the vein thing I think is actually
progressing across the case.
Yeah, I think that's not me just being like.
Yeah, there's definitely more of them since last time.
Agent York. Agent York.
Sorry, it just.
Agent York.
This is when she said York. It sounded just like Ritsu, straight up.
Hey, Agent York.
Like if you just close your eyes and just picture Ritsu
Agent York.
K-On. No, it doesn't have them. Yeah.
Hey. Hey, Agent York.
You're Lise Clarkson.
No. This game is really weird about dramatic foreshadowing because it's like we know Patty is Clarkson, right?
Sorry, Patty, I'm fine now.
Don't let her.
More importantly, do these red seeds come from some kind of plant that grows around this area?
I don't know. What do I look like, a botanist?
Maybe.
This isn't your average backwoods town. The Clarksons' ego and control has been piercing the town's heart like a massive dinosaur bone. But over this past century, time has been busy eroding the beast's power from within. And now, the very thing that once fortified this town is polluting it with putrid gas and rotten marrow. Zach, this is the point where it all collapses.
Do you think the altar that he's got back in his room is like trying to replicate the...
Yes, I think he's still trying to
magic
solve
power.
This case.
Yeah.
Patty, are you ready to skip some stones?
Hey, while we do that, we could do some small talk on recent game news. Does that sound fun?
Oh, well.
Or we got stuff to do?
I got stuff to do.
Right back in it. See, we're starting the chapter again,
There's some
which means we actually
decomposing
have
cloth
things
here.
to do instead of side questing.
Yes.
We saw the same type of cloth at the sugarcane plantation. They must have used that cloth when they
We'll have time to
transported
talk
Lisa's
game
body.
news, like how
But who cares about
Wario
mundane
is
evidence
the
like
new
that?
front runner of
This isn't a case that can be solved by
Who is
gathering the
Wario?
kind of evidence
Who
we'd
is
need to submit
Wario?
to a court.
cut grass.
There's a flat,
I
evenly
just don't
weighted
think,
stone
okay,
here.
I'm gonna be honest here, right?
I bet we could use this to
Illumination
score
has
an amazing
never
stone
made
skipping
a
record.
good movie when they were known as Illumination.
Let's give it a try whenever we get some downtime. For now, we need to focus on this investigation, Zach. The growth
Because
is
now
all
they've been
missing
bought out,
from
is
this
that it?
particular section.
No, because like when Despicable Me came out, like the first one, that
It
was
wasn't just
DreamWorks,
cutaway.
right?
She used
Was it?
fire to burn
Yeah.
it out.
Wow, I
Everything
always
was
thought it was
planned
just
so
Illumination.
meticulously,
No, Illumination came
as if she
after,
wanted to show this altar to someone.
I think.
That's why Chuck ended up discovering it.
Does DreamWorks still make movies?
Jesus.
Zach, this is
That's
an
a
ominous
great
sign.
question. I was about to say, of course they do,
Among
but
all the
like,
different footprints here
I mean,
are a
they
set
did
made from
make How to Train Your
engineer
Dragon
boots.
3,
Yes,
which
I
is a
know.
certified bop.
He probably only made them when he came to inspect the scene. I'm sure that Patty and I left our own set of prints here too. But how do you explain the
thought
set that's
Illumination is like a
inside the
subsidiary
yellow
of them.
tape? These red seeds keep sticking out to me.
oh, Boss Baby.
Oh,
But we need to figure out what's going
that the
on with
last
this
movie,
altar
too?
before we focus on anything else.
Also, Captain Underpants. That was
oh,
2017.
Despicable Me was Illumination? Huh. I thought it was DreamWorks. I thought Illumination was their subsidiary. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Isn't that right, Zach?
oh, is this a sequel movie?
These
This-
bridge beams have
oh,
a very
this hurts
unique
to
shape to
know.
them.
What? Sing 2?
One
No,
straight support in the
Boss
center,
Baby
reinforced
Family
by V-shaped
Business,
columns coming up
which is
diagonally from the side.
the
Did this bridge
sequel
always look
to
like
Boss
this?
Baby.
Oh well, I'm sure it has nothing
came
to
out
do with
this
it. Let's
year
move
in
on with the
July.
inspection, Zach.
Oh.
I would have guessed it came out last year.
Yeah,
It's
no, I heard Captain Underpants is good.
been
This
a hell of a
altar
year.
is covered in burn marks, but there's hardly any residue left. There's no way for me to tell what was burned here. I could send it home for analysis, but is that really necessary? It'll just end up giving Abrahams more busy work.
So the answer is
More
yeah, they're still
importantly,
making
Zach,
movies.
Someone
but
who knew how to manipulate
think
fire
it's-
was behind all
they
this. In
they
other
don't
words,
crank things
these
out in the
roots
same
prove that
quite
Lena
the
was
same
here.
pace that like Pixar and Disney animation do.
After
where they
Liz
have something
Clarkson was
practically every
murdered,
year.
her body was put back together here, just like how Galena's
that's
body
better.
was
There might be more
dismembered,
spaces,
then
yeah.
rearranged within the holding cell.
Yeah, Despicable Me. The first two Despicable Me's are really good. I don't know about the third one. I didn't see it, but I just don't
Lena
think
Doman and
Illumination.
PJ's bodies were also blown to pieces in the end. Perhaps that's the nature of the
I
curse
don't know.
that's taken
There's
hold
just
of the
some pretty
Clarksons.
terrible.
What do you
Are
think,
are you
Zach?
wondering why they got picked
Is there
for
any
the Mario
significance to
movie?
these similarities?
Probably because okay, don't take this with a grain of salt, but I'm pretty sure that they're like cheap.
Oh,
like they
absolutely.
are-
Didn't they do the Emoji Movie? God, I can't believe that's a
I
real
don't think
thing.
so. I think that might have been. I think that was
Hey,
Sony Pictures or Sony
FBI!
Animation.
The hell you doing back here?
Which, granted, they also, under the same name that did, I'm pretty sure, Spider-Verse, but let's see. Emoji Movie. Sony Pictures Animation, yeah.
You already solved
Let's
the
see.
case,
But yeah,
So go
I want
on.
to do some
Get your ass
budget
out of town.
comparisons.
Oh, Chuck's telling me to get the hell out of town.
Shoot! Exactly how stupid are you, FBI? This is
So-
Lucare, remember?
Here's
Every
something.
feller in town
Despicable Me
already
3
knows that
had a
Professor
budget of
Orange
$80
was
million.
behind all
Do
this shit.
you want to guess box office? According to Wikipedia,
Hey, Chuck.
$160 million.
Can you see the altar from there?
I ain't seen the whole
1.035
damn
billion.
thing.
Holy shit.
Along with your stupid ass standing there,
how much was the last
trying to act
Pixar's
all
budget?
smart and shit.
Let's find out.
You told me that the poacher's boat you were chasing disappeared around this area, correct?
Yeah, that's what I said, all right. What, you forget already? If you're just gonna waste our tax dollars out here,
Let's
least you
Pixar
can do
films.
is catch them goddamn poachers.
They just
Fucking
recently did
FBI,
Luca,
Go
so
and make yourself
Luca was
useful
good.
for once
I
in
saw
your
Luca.
damn life.
Although that might not have the same box office because
Chuck,
of
we don't chase
COVID.
down fishing boats.
But
yeah.
Unless it's a
I
terrorist
don't know
boat
what
that
the
plans
budget
to
was on
overthrow our
Luca, but
government,
box
that is.
office was 48.1 million.
yeah, but there's gotta
Let's
be.
check something else. How about
Stop acting
Toy
all
Story
leery,
4?
like I
Because
ain't
that's
being
another one that's
truthful
like,
or
hey, it's a
whatever.
sequel, it's a
I'm
big
busy too,
new
you know?
franchise.
Yes.
Okay, so Toy Story 4 made just a little more than Despicable Me 3. It made
Zach,
1.073
you just
billion.
taught us what the true purpose
Budget
of this
was
altar is.
like more than twice as much.
It was
200
built
million.
here so that the ritual
Yeah,
could
so
be
that makes
watched from a
sense.
boat in the bayou.
So Illumination does things on the cheap.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Right, I'm gonna guess
They could've
again,
just
grain of
walked
salt
out
here because
here.
I'm pulling from
There's
just
no reason why-
memory. I don't think their work culture's great either.
goddess
I think
of
they've kind of got a
fertility,
sweatshop thing
Patty.
going on, but
what
don't quote me on
animation
that.
studio does that?
yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Let's keep it up. How about Minions?
Look at this fucking skeletal
Minions.
gentleman
My God.
just
Minions
hanging
made
out in the
what?
water.
Yeah. Love it.
The goddess of fertility. A fine name indeed. So much blood has been shed. Yet you remain in this town. Surely you
Yeah,
know.
Minions
course I
was
do,
74
Boondoggle.
million budget, 1.159 billion.
My
box
work
office.
here isn't finished yet.
So yeah, I'm guessing that the Mario movie's gonna
You
have
know,
a
I could
pretty
really
low
use one of
budget
your
too.
oracles right now.
Yeah, I have zero positive expectations for it.
You're more fun than I thought.
I think
Here's
it's
the
going to
oracle
be
you
a
ask.
bland,
Speak to the
gray
17 comrades who saw the birth
accumulation of
New
tropes that are
Orleans.
safe to put any face character
Feel
in.
the holy
That'll
Allah.
be it.
Will Mario floss?
The giant lady's finger
No,
points
but
down toward your goal.
There will be something to that effect. in
Poetic
there
and
somewhere.
graceful as ever, Hoondon.
Let's workshop this. What like what's gonna make you wince in the Super Mario Bros. Movie?
I just can't imagine Chris Pratt's like, "Hey, what's going on?" voice coming from Mario.
Yeah,
Hey, Princess Peaches, meet Chris Pratt.
stupid homophobic voice
Hoondon's
Chris
oracles
Pratt.
are leading us toward the core of this case. That's the one thing I'm sure of. But don't
Oh,
misunderstand, Zach.
I can't wait to hear Seth Rogen's stupid laugh come out of Donkey Kong.
Donkey
I'm
Kong.
not blindly following him.
Yeah.
I only follow my
Um,
intuition.
Do you think they'll even try Italian accents?
Metaphysical offender
No.
profiling.
No.
That's all there is to it.
Do you think they'll try Brooklyn accents?
That's a
The 17 comrades must refer to some area that has 17 of the same thing in it. We may need to use history to figure this one out. After all, we need to find someone or
Someone
something
noticed that, like,
saw the birth of New
so
Orleans.
Spike, quote unquote,
That's
is a
not it,
character
Zach.
in the movie.
The
But
17
it doesn't have
comrades
the
must have
look of
survived
Spike
for a
the enemy
shocking-
from
Remember,
Mario
they were
Bros.
here to see
like the little green dinosaur guy that spits up
We
spike
can't
balls
just
and throws
round
them
up
at you.
every last old person in town.
It just looks like someone like
Somewhere
a,
there are
a
17
construction
comrades.
getup.
That's not it.
So
The
my
17
guess is they start in the
Remember, they were-
human world and have like a wrecking crew
We can't
start,
just round up every
and
last
then
old
or
person. That's it,
plumbing,
Zach.
and then move into Mushroom Kingdom.
The
world.
French established the colony
Oh God, I
of
can already
La
hear the
Nouvelle
trailers.
Orléans in
Where are
1718.
Welcome to the Mushroom Kingdom. And they
Just
did the
about
theme
300
and
years
fucking-
ago.
Ugh.
It's gonna be good.
The only
body
17
hurting.
comrades
What do you think
that would
Yoshi's
have been
gonna be in
around
it?
back then are the 300-year-old oak
I'm gonna
trees
say
along
yes,
this road. A majestic
But Yoshi
road
will
lined
not
by
be
oak
voiced.
trees.
Yoshi will just be already existing Yoshi clips.
I
Like,
hope
they're
they're
not
the
even
one-
going to make new ones.
I hope they're the ones from Mario Kart.
Come on, let's go ask these sages of Lucare for some help.
Yoshi's going to have the same effect as a question block or a coin,
Zach,
in the sense that it's
holy
just the
Allah
same
is a shockingly
stock stuff
simple
they've
metaphor.
used for Yoshi previously.
Wait, did you? Oh, you hated Olive. What a fucking throwback.
Especially considering the quality of the
Fuck
oracles
Billy
we've received
Joel.
thus far.
Fuck his Oliver and Company.
It seems as if Hungan's poetic muse. The great thing about us Americans is that we can recreate our homeland anywhere. We're happy to transport crunchy bacon across the deserts of Africa if we need to.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's what it means to be American. And
Yeah,
this
that's a
holy Allah. Zach,
point.
there's no. Don't think so. The holy Allah refers to that one thing. The great thing about us Americans. That's it. I never doubted you, Zach.
Let's see. Who else? Aladdin also with
The holy Allah refers to a water, specifically that water
Robin
tower
Williams
with its
was a
Clarkson
big one,
family crest.
where it's like, I know it wasn't maybe
It
the
must be hiding some sort of
the
clue.
start of the trend, but boy howdy, certainly.
Let's
like,
fill the
get
Allah and
comedian,
see what
put
it
comedian in role kind of mentality.
Now, what do you think of Disney hiring like big name people for Ghibli films? Like Michael Keaton.
At least it's
Zach,
still
what do you
like
think the giant lady's finger
film
did?
and
I'm at a
movies,
loss.
you know, because I
never
imagine that's
thought
what they
one
do
of
in Japan as
Hungan's
well. I
childish
can't imagine
riddles
that
would
people
force me to
voicing in
think
Ghibli
so hard.
movies are like
But, oh well. I'm sure that as we deal with the rest of the Oracle, it'll...
aren't like, you know, professional big name actors.
Well,
I don't know.
Is there
yeah,
something on
but
my
I mean,
face?
you know,
I want to see how you actually pronounce it. 'Cause
Listen
I've been
carefully,
going
Patricia.
with Ghibli.
As my
but I
skilled
don't-
assistant,
now I can
I
actually
trust you
look
a
at
great
it,
deal.
like-
So I want you to answer...
Answer what?
Do you have any idea where Melvin might have gone?
No.
He didn't seem to be acting or
because one of the
talking
things,
differently than
like,
usual?
here's the thing,
No.
like with like Symphogear
I don't
Live and all
think
those
so.
anime things where you have
Okay,
like the
I believe your
voice
words.
actors like performing with people, those
Mm-hmm.
get like thousands upon thousands of people to come. I can't imagine there being a voice actor in America that would get that amount of attention. Like they get,
Mm-hmm.
they have fans, right?
Zach, we
But
have
like
a
they
lot of
don't
work
have
to
like
do.
stadiums where they
Feels like
dedicate
we're finally approaching the
performances.
climax here.
Off the top of your head, who used to voice Mickey Mouse before he passed away?
It was me.
Okay, that's a toss-up, but you should have just that was
Mickey
underhanded
Mouse
one.
is still alive. Mickey Mouse has not passed away.
Keep telling yourself that.
No, but right. Who was Mickey
I'm just-
Mouse?
I don't know. But that's the point, right? They're basically hidden in America. Let's see. I'm gonna like even like I know like more basic cartoon voice actors because I'd hear them everywhere by volumes. Like, you know, Rob Paulson. You know, it's like, all right, Pinky and the Brain and Carl Weezer and you know, Ninja Turtles. Like, I hear them enough that it's like, this guy's, who is this guy? And you look it up. Oh, okay, it's this guy. Tom Kenny. You know, etc. etc. Like, but when it comes to, yeah, like movie voice actors in America, it really doesn't have that same thing unless it's a pre-existing celebrity.
Yeah, I don't. I
It's-
mean, like almost everyone in Pixar is like a pre-existing celebrity.
Mhm.
Like even Toy Story had Tom Hanks and the cocaine guy.
Tim Allen.
Yeah. Yep.
Tim Coke Allen.
Tim the Narc Allen.
Tim White Lightning Raider Allen.
Do you think that when he was a prolific coke guy during his time on Home Improvement that he would just rip the White Lightning and go wah 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 wah?
Yeah, I'll bet. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go check out some Ghibli voice actors and see, like, what else have they done. So for example, the voice of the mom in Ponyo has only ever done one other anime movie, and that was let's see,
The Japanese voice
Who of the
actor?
Farsees? Yeah, the Japanese voice actress. And that was a role in '93. And this was so like It's like I bet she's probably an actress elsewhere or something. Yeah, Japanese actress and singer, lead actress from a classic J drama. So it's like same kind of principle where it's like famous, like real life actor, and then is doing Ghibli movie kind of stuff. It seems, at least from this single case I've found so far. But also the top comment on her page. This is Tomoko Yamaguchi. The top comment is just whoa.
for longer
WOHHO.
than we originally planned,
Whoa.
haven't we? Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm used to
Let's
living
try
in
some other.
and I love southern
Ponyo's a
food.
bad pick
There
because
are
all the
some
main characters are
inconveniences,
children.
though. There's no movie theater in this town.
Let's just do.
Nor is there a
Fresh
video
Food.
rental
That
store.
also
And the
is
TV in the hotel room doesn't get any of the on-demand movie channels. We'll just have to get lucky and encounter a movie being shown on TV. The movie environment in Lucarin is no different from that of the 70s, Zach. No, they don't have a movie
Okay,
theater.
so how
So I
is
suppose it's
voiced
even
by
farther back than that. But it's
Takuya
true that
Kimura,
these are the times in which one always
was also
encounters
the
the best movies. It's always been that
voiced
way,
the main
hasn't it?
character in Redline.
Think back with
Wow.
me. Remember that hotel in the
JP.
rundown town near Monroeville,
Very different
just outside of
characters.
Pittsburgh? I took a shower, and by the time I
He's
got
a
back
member of
into bed, it
SMAP.
had
Oh
already
god,
started.
the Japanese
Time
idol
Warp.
group. Yeah, they've
1982,
got
directed by
rough
Tom
work
Kennedy.
conditions
I started
in the
watching
sense of
it
like
without any idea as to what
they're
it was
not
about.
allowed to.
But it instantly got me
Like they have to
hooked.
have super
The
private
plot highly
lives.
exceeded all my
It's like
expectations.
don't let anyone know you're getting married.
Constantly
and stuff like
revealing
that. I recently
shocking
learned about
truth after shocking truth.
them. So he is like an idol guy, acting, singing, and his only movies that he's done, his only anime he's done are Howl's Moving Castle and Redline.
Interesting.
He's voted Japan's sexiest man several times. Oh yeah, okay, and yeah, he did get married in the year 2000.
AKA
and
Professor
it was
R.
a big
How could
fucking
such an
deal.
intelligent person like her suffer such a tragic downfall? Does the
Yeah,
South
let's
really
see,
corrupt people, like
Takuya
Patty said?
Kimura
This sunlight certainly seems capable of breaking someone
on
down.
this path right
No
now.
matter how you try to resist it, it's so hot it feels like I'm burning up. But that
All of my
doesn't
work stress
explain
has
it.
just melted away.
Perhaps we really do need to focus on the Clarkson bloodline itself. Everything in this town, whether it's visible or invisible,
journey was
it all
happening.
carries shades of their influence. Buildings, people, conversations, food. Right down to each blade of grass. There isn't anything beyond the reach of the Clarksons' breath.
Weirdly enough,
Even
it's kind
San
of the
Rouge
reason that I
itself
like-
was created
I know we
by
probably
Clarkson
talked about
blood.
this in person,
Zach,
like
just
off
looking
screen.
at the people involved in this case tells us all we
But
need to
weirdly
know.
enough, I
don't you
think that
what stands
like,
before
the
us
idea
now
of, like,
aren't your usual serial killers.
YouTube, like VTubers,
Not even
as
your usual
idols,
drug case.
is
It's
so
the
much
history of
less
sin.
shitty
It's
than
weighing
regular
down the
idol
shoulders
work.
of a massive entity known as
At
the
the very
Clarkson
least,
family.
your
And
the
we're
basis
simply
of
lost
your
souls wandering through its colossal womb. We need to be like Pinocchio,
the basis of
Jiminy
your
Cricket,
popularity
put our
is
heads together,
hedged in
find the way out,
like
no matter what we go up
a
against,
face
no
character,
matter
something
what
that's
situation we
anonymous,
find ourselves in. Our mission never changes.
Yeah,
We
there
need
is
to
there's a
apprehend
certain
the
degree
perpetrator
of
and bring them to justice.
power in that.
It's as simple as
Yeah.
that, Zach.
Or I should say protection, perhaps.
Yeah, I know some people like attempted to track down people's like their original things, and and some of them were found, but like even then they were all like internet stars, so it's not like you can track down who they are outside of that. But yeah, I just think it's a little bit of a better way to do it.
See you later. Oh, if you ever got any skateboard.
It's weirdly back to like earlier internet standards, where like you're just not quite in that vulnerable position.
Right. It's all the anonymous, and I like that. I dig that. I still don't like that it's so marketed.
Yeah.
I like that authenticity, especially because I've seen a couple streams and stuff, and there's some like fun, like there's some charming stuff, but you're like, what is real and what is not? And that's kind of the stuff that I don't like that as the future.
Yeah.
I think one of the things about the side quests in this game is that they kind of suck. Like, I don't...
Now?
No.
Of all times, now we're gonna...
Like, I haven't gotten a reward from these side quests that make me think that was worth it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, at least in Deadly Premonition, you get, like, infinite ammo shit, right?
That's fair. Yeah.
But I do not know... I know I have,
all the rewards in this game are much more marginal.
And I'm sure there's big rewards, but it's like, why take the time to do that?
It's more of the goodness of your heart.
And I kind of... And part of me wants to know what they are. But
it seems like the biggest reward is just getting
Clarksons
more
chose a
dialogue
dragonfly for
characters.
their family crest. In some European countries, dragonflies are called devil's needles, and folklore suggests that they fly around,
if you wanna
sewing
skip
up the
them, I'm not
mouths
gonna
of
get in the
children who
way.
don't do as they...
Part of me wants to... It's one of those things where it's like, I want to skip them because I'm curious as to what they do. But part of me also is just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Zach, do you sense that? These trees...
We do have multiple
watched over this
saves.
land for the past 300 years.
I'll
You could always come back and do a cleanup.
Long
That's
before
what I
the
was probably
Clarksons
gonna
built
do.
up their town, if they could speak...
Then again, we said we'd do that for
Wonder
Ball
what
and Wonderworld. We definitely backed out on that. So.
No, that's
Has there
still
always
on the
been
table.
a different number of trees
What?
on each side?
Yeah.
It's
I
absolutely
heard
on
that
the
by
table.
the time our town came along, there were only 17 left.
We'll have to have
Absolutely
something special prepared for that.
That's gonna have to be like a long.
A general from
long
the south
play
might have
where
cut
we're
one
just,
down during
We're
the
just
Civil
in
War.
it, and we're just
Intriguing,
not gonna
Patty.
stop.
I don't know. Folks say he planted a red
And
tree
I'll have
in
like
its
a
place.
YouTube video just in case we run out of we cannot find it. Because some of those statues are fucking impossible to find. There's the one time
Zach, the shape of these seeds.
we found a red
They
seed.
look just like the ones we saw at Lisa's
Yeah, the
altar.
first game side quest sucked ass too, but they gave us stuff.
Patty, it appears that legend about the red tree
differentiating
wasn't a
factor,
total
I
lie.
think.
The first tree is withered and gone, but the shells from its seeds remain. Perhaps that red tree left some descendants.
Well, we've got our work cut out for us, Grant.
Oh no!
What? Oh,
It's the Dalmatian.
Jesus.
It's Forrest Cason's dog.
Was the dog the fucking mastermind?
Zach, he seems to know something that we don't.
Yeah, dude. He knows.
Doesn't it seem like he's trying to guide us somewhere?
Oh my god, are we gonna have to do a repeat of the first game where we have to chase him down?
Change of plans,
That's what
Patty.
it seems like.
Let's go on a little stroll with that
I
Dalmatian.
hope it's the same music.
Piloting Forrest like Krang. Francis York Morgan, what do you think of this new body of mine?
Nope, there's no music. Cool. Cool. The music of that chase scene in the first game was really good.
I love that your run speed is too fast and your walk speed is too slow.
Yeah, it's so good.
I guess that's so that you can manage your stamina, but you also can't skateboard either, because that would definitely be too fast.
There you go. Tapping it.
Yeah.
It was really good. I remember this part was so long in the first game.
And then you'd be doing you would be following the dog, and then Kaysen would interrupt you to tell you that you're too far behind or off track, even though you're not.
Yep. Oh, this is really good gameplay.
Jukes. Hey, that works pretty well.
And
Nope, never mind.
It gets a little too fast. I haven't talked to Patty this episode. I'm sure she has some interesting things to say.
Yeah.
I can't talk to her now. Said I just gotta listen to the dead air
Of Lacard. Lacarde.
Bakare.
Okay, yeah, I don't hear the game audio enough to know.
Oh, the dog is a collision object.
Yeah, I'm realizing that.
Pretty good. God.
See, it's just like the crates, though. You have to do the spin into the dog, and that will destroy it.
Nope. Oh, this is good gameplay. We're almost at our 2-hour mark, too.
Yeah.
So we'll probably...
This will be the last thing we do for tonight. You know, this reminds me. Have you ever heard someone trying to, like, skateboard or longboard outside, and the sound of them skateboarding and or longboarding is going on for too long? So you know they're not traveling, like they're struggling instead.
Yes.
But you don't want to look outside in respect for them and they're practicing.
Guys, we found these we found this red tree last time we came exploring out here, remember? And I was like, hey, it's the red tree. And we're like, yeah.
Here's what I'm predicting is going to happen. We're going to... Oh, no, it is just a red tree, isn't it? I thought we were going to find a new NPC whose initials were also FK, but was not for us.
Is this the red tree that General planted?
No way! This is a maple tree.
As
A
the red
maple
leaves
tree.
from Maple Story, don't you know?
Then it shouldn't be
Francis
red
Ford
at this
Morgan,
time of year.
2D side-scrolling Korean.
You're right. A long time ago,
Hey, what's your favorite zone?
my mama and daddy
Maple
used
Story?
to come here together
Like
a lot.
the towns.
Yeah, just like road.
It's either Orbis, the Sky City, Alina, the like forest wizard town. I love the music there.
Mm-hmm.
They told
but
me they
people
used to
love
go
hanging
on
out in
dates
Hennessy,
here,
the
back
orchard
before
town,
I
for
was
some
born.
reason. Like that was
Mama
it was
would
it
make
was such a weird
sandwiches,
because like
then they'd come
there
here
was
and eat
nothing
them
that made
together.
that town more special than any of the other towns.
Mm-hmm.
But for
My
some
mama
reason
was
that
really
town
pretty, you know. When I was a
that
kid, I
town
believed she
was
was a real
the-
goddess.
that town was where everyone hung out. I think it's because it just had the mushroom aesthetic.
Under the boughs of a
Mhm.
legendary
cute.
tree that stayed red
Music's
all
great there
year
too.
long,
It's very calming.
a small miracle
And I
was
think
born.
everybody goes there, right? Like
One man
it's like an early
managed to win the
game
heart
thing.
of the
isn't
most
it?
No, it's only
beautiful
archer.
girl in the world.
You only go there if you're becoming an
And they
archer.
call him
Really?
Melvin
I-
Woods.
Maybe it just so happens that because I share Maple Story with my twin brother, and so therefore
Looks like it's time to move
maybe he
on.
was
What a
in there
fantastic
lot. I
guide
don't
we
remember.
met. He actually
But
waited for us to finish
remember
talking
Hennessy's
before
a
taking us on.
lot.
Nope, Hennessy was
See ya.
yeah, and then
Maybe we did so bad at that because we were always in the wrong places.
there was a time when I got really good at that game with Shad. It was our middle school year. We started playing it together, and we were trying to start a guild because like we didn't understand the concept of how like MMOs, especially like Korean MMOs at the time, balanced things, where they would release a new class and they'd make it extremely overpowered, and they'd make it like the de facto best, and then they would nerf it.
Right.
And they came out with I can't remember what they're called, but they made because you had the original 6 adventuring classes, which was thief, warrior, archer, wizard, pirate. I think right? Thief, warrior.
I think so. I don't remember any other
No,
ones.
there was 5, yes. And then they released the elemental warriors. I cannot remember what they did, but it was really weird. They were way more powerful at lower levels, but they capped out. They couldn't level up to 200, which was really weird. But they were just insanely overpowered. And then they made the dual blade subclass for thief, which was just like because thief had 2. It had assassin, bandit, and then dual blade. And dual blade was just bandit, but better. It did everything that bandit did, but better. It was super weird. And then they released like the named characters. So you had like Aaron, which was like a warrior. That was like the idea was that you were playing a character in a story, so you played as Aaron, and it was a halberd focused warrior. This dog is literally running in circles. And then there was Evan, and Evan was a dragon. It was a wizard with a dragon. And so it was one of those things where it's like, if you started playing the game and you dumped all of your like time into an adventure, suddenly all these new classes were coming out, and they were just so much better. And the reason is because they were just trying to get people to spend money because you can get like auto level up, so you can get to end game with these specific characters. And me and Chad were so pissed because we were like 12. So we started a guild that was only for the adventurers class. And while we were doing that, this like level 200 was quitting, and he just gave us like an insane amount of shit. Like he gave us like 2 end game crossbows that were worth like 70 million meso, and then he gave us like 200 million just meso in cash, and he's just like, yeah, take it, start your guild. It was whack shit. It was like a fucking like protagonist.
You had an angel investor.
Yeah, it was so weird. God, Maple Story was terrible.
I remember I used to go on YouTube and see people would make like basically like video comics by screenshotting the characters with like text bubbles and stuff drawn on.
Well, there was also
an
animation tool that used Maple Story assets.
Oh. Well, these ones were freeze framed, but yeah. I remember distinctly it was the first place I ever heard the we're doing meaningless shenanigans music from Naruto.
Oh yeah. It was weird.
Like that
yeah.
loop. Yep. I thought it was so funny. That is so cool. Wow, these anime characters are funny.
That shit's whack. I remember watching, there was like this epic like long-term, I wonder if I can find it. It was like a long-term animation project by this group of people, and they started it out with like doing like live action, like in-game acting with like they'll talk, and that's what it was. And then their fight scenes were animated using band story.
How would you rate this creation?
Whack shit.
Yeah.
Not bad, I reckon. They made good use of its natural form, while also pulling out the soul. The artificial color also looks pretty. You don't usually see this level of harmony. Something unnatural always ends up getting left behind.
Wild.
Zach, did you catch all
Maple
that?
Story is wild. She
sounded just like the curator of an art gallery in New York.
MMOs.
I think we may have just uncovered...
I want to play an online game.
But unfortunately, I can't see anything artistic about it. Honestly, it looks insane to me. That's all I get from it.
I never got into it.
And there's no way that this is a descendant of the tree that the general planted.
Oh my god. This is so long. We're still going.
Oh my god.
No, I don't like WoW's playstyle. I tend to find most MMOs playstyles pretty boring. I don't like waiting for cooldowns. I don't like. I just don't. One of the problems I have with MMOs is there's just so much grinding that you have to do, and I'm not entirely sure that it's worth it for the most part, because I don't necessarily find.
It's not like bowling in this game.
Yeah, well, like
bowling in this game is fun and sexy 100% of the time.
I put a lot of time into Guild Wars 2 when I was in college. That was a good time, but I just like, I think about like when we played, and if I were to play one, I'd play Final Fantasy 14. Like, I just think that game is just significantly better than WoW. But like playing Final Fantasy 14, I remember playing it, and it's like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? The dog goes into the river?
This is serious shit. Oh my god. That's hilarious.
But like,
Go get it.
I remember playing Final Fantasy 14 with some of our friends, and it was like, man, this game's really cool. But then, like, a few of them got people got way far ahead of me because I just could not bring myself to play that game for 3 hours and not have fun. And all I wanted to do was Fashion Fantasy 14, like, to be honest. And it's like, man, I want to do the fun stuff in this game, like dungeons and stuff, but I do not want to spend like 120 hours to get to that point. I remember when I unlocked the Red Mage, I was like, man, this class is just so much better than Black Mage. I cannot believe it took me this long to get it. And now here I am, just unable to play as Black. Like, it's like, now I have all this other stuff I have to unlock, and it's generous. Like, the game is generous, especially for an MMO, but even being a generous MMO is not a time sink.
Yeah.
And when you can't play with your friends, it kind of...
Yeah, it's a dream. I think that all games should just be Miitomo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Halcyon days.
I can't remember how to crouch. Okay. Awesome. This is really good. There he is. Okay. God, Miitomo was ridiculous. And it didn't have censoring, so you could just say fuck, and your B would say fuck.
So good.
God,
That's a fucking random outfits you'd get out of a pachinko machine.
God,
that
loved
you
Miitomo.
could skill. Yeah. I think it was honestly a healing part of our relationship.
Man, Miitomo was so much fun. It was so stupid, but...
There was nothing to it, but the fact that it was another way to talk with a friend outside of, like, texting, and it gave you, like, tools for that, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, here's your dailies, get some coins, and then go get a new outfit, and then put it on, and then send your friend a stupid screenshot of your me with it, you know?
Yeah, it was very generous.
I'm gonna have a shirt that says cool and a skirt on and a berserk sword on my back, and I'm going to pose my me so they're just like laying face down dead, and I'm gonna put that like Nintendo bold rounded edges text, and it just says what do you, and then you just send that to a friend.
Yep. God, I miss Miitomo.
The fact that there's a check-in system, it's not like you instant message someone, right? You set something up, and then the next day, someone receives it, you know, or that kind of thing.
Yes.
The snail mail aspect to it is interesting.
And like, you would go into the room, and it'd be like, hey, I heard Brantley say this, and it's like, what is Brantley's favorite car? And your thing would be like, please end me now, and it would just be all text, text to speech.
Grant's been thinking about this lately. Bitches.
It was...
Oh Jesus, the Dalmatian just deleted Patty.
It was so good. It was just stupid enough and just entertaining enough.
Yep, and then they shut it down.
Because it didn't make money. They were too generous about how much, like... There wasn't a time in that game where I didn't get everything from the pachinko machines. Even when they were limited time, if you did them every day, chances are you would get enough money and enough stuff to get what you wanted. And then it's done.
That's for me. And I didn't get the berserk stuff. Yeah. It's a good time.
God.
I still have reaction pictures of from Miitomo saved on my phone.
You should send them to me and we should post them on Twitter sometime.
Yeah. One of them I took a screenshot from Last Remnant of like an enemy attacking and wiping out a party, and I put all of our Miis on it. We're just getting knocked the fuck out.
This is really good I like that they're making me go through the sugarcane field with this dog who can.
This has been like 20+ minutes.
Yeah, this is a long fucking thing.
Yeah, I want to end this fucking stream.
Yeah, and the dog goes through the sugarcane. There he is. I guessed. I had to guess, right? Like it was an educated guess.
I'm gonna guess, honestly.
So long.
I'm going to spend time sending you Mitomo things. So every now and then you can peer over and see.
Mitomo was... man. That was like Nintendo's first like introduction to like the mobile world too, remember?
One of them, yeah. There was that like free Pokédex, I think, too.
Yes. There's the red tree. That's it.
Mitomo helped discover myself because you would get, like, when you're randomizing, it didn't give you clothing items based on
Zach,
your
now this is
niche
interesting.
gender. So
It
it's
looks
just
like a
all
tree
right,
that you could find anywhere.
this week you've
Yet
got some pants,
it's
you've got
also
some skirts, you've got
unlike
some
any
whatever.
other, completely alien. And
So
look
like,
how
yeah,
it's
it's kinda
weaved its
cute.
way into the landscape. Almost like
It's
cancer
freedom.
cells invading a human body. You might not even notice it unless you're focused on finding it. And this feeling. As I gaze upon this tree, I can feel evil emotions rising out from within me. Why on earth did that Southern general bring this tree into this town?
I think that was the most movie-like thing this game has done so far.
What is this?
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Do not touch this tree. Got that, Patty?
Hella evil.
Got it, Agent York.
Here come Bradley. Follow the evil.
We successfully spoke with the 17 comrades. I feel like they showed us a side of nature that next up is the whole. According to the Oracle, we may be due for another, but that's okay. After all, why not enjoy playing by...
Alright, cool. Well, that was... Do you think if I eliminate 30 killer bees, 30 wild dogs, and 30 man-eating alligators, Melvin will show back up?
No. It'll probably close the quest. Oh, I remember when we glitched out Mitomo. Yes, I'm still talking about Mitomo. You answered something with just Matt Damon, but I'll never know what the question is because it glitched. And so instead of saying the question, it just says, not transferred yet, and then in parentheses, knowledge. I'll send that with you.
How do I save this?
Save the game?
Yeah.
You have to go to a telephone, Grant.
Fuck! God.
Yup. Go on back. Find
Oh
one.
God, I have to piss so bad. Where's the closest telephone? It's over here. No. Yes. Alright, let's go.
Roll it. If we had a better stream setup, we should have definitely set this up so that whenever we
Did you
start
notice anything
skateboarding around, we
strange
just
before your
hop
daddy
on
went
to
missing?
Tony Hawk
Did he
music.
seem different from
No, that would
usual?
get copyright
Or-
strike, so we'd have to use it from Disney's Skate Adventure instead.
So, what other movies have you
Which
seen
we
on that
brought up
sci-fi
and
movie
did not
channel?
talk about
What?
before, and we're
That
once again not
question
going to be able to
again?
talk about it.
What did I tell you? In this country, all dialogues.
Okay, I'll answer it.
Probably shouldn't talk
I need to
Patty
think of
right
a
now.
movie that Schwarzenegger wasn't
Whatever, it's
in.
What movie you gonna talk
okay,
about?
I got
Aliens.
one. It's a film about people who travel around the world in 80 days. I think it was a remake of an older one.
Oh, this is the
They
one
went
with
to a
Jackie
bunch
Chan.
of different countries, and there was tons of CG, so it was fun to watch. It starred some kung fu guy and a British man. Sorry, but they didn't ask your beloved
Good choice.
Arnold
This is
S.
noticed
to
to
be in
anyone.
this one.
I doubt they
Around the
they
World in 80 Days,
kept or
2004,
remember any
directed by
music
Frank
from.
Karachi.
Oh, you know what? No, that is
starring
licensed
Jackie
music.
Chan
It totally
and Steve
is.
Coogan.
I thought I
Unfortunately,
remembered
Patty,
it
it
using generic
appears
music,
that you
but
didn't
no,
watch
it's
this
super.
film closely enough.
I did too.
Then you must have been far too distracted. He's in it, Patty.
In it? Who is?
Oh, god damn it. You literally can't do anything.
Hey, let's shout something out loud.
Like what?
Chocolate Sundae.
You cannot do anything. Or Patty Sunflower. Yeah, Arnold was in it, and York was about to mention it, and then my game decided that picking up something would mean Patty shut up. So I missed some dialogue, and those dialogues normally don't come back. Fucking hate this game. Alright.
I'm sad. I don't have as many Mutomo pictures saved on my phone as I thought I did. Maybe I deleted some. I moved them onto my hard drive.
It's pretty cute that you still have the Mutomo picture saved onto your hard drive.
Well, I would have backed
Do you
them
think
up. and
Patty's
just, like,
okay?
copied them over,
She acts
so,
strong, but it seemed like she was deeply distraught. Where did Melvin disappear to? The same goes for her mother, Candy. We never even got a chance to meet her mother.
I keep a lot of reaction pictures.
I know. I remember, like, in college, when it was you, me, and Tevin, and Tucker in the text message, and that was it. That was our group of four. Because it was the college group. It was everyone that went to the same college.
The proximity, yeah, so.
And so, it was like 90%.
We had that, we had the larger group chats or whatever, but.
The larger
yeah,
group chat came after, because we kept adding me.
That's right, yeah.
We added Ryan, and then Scott and Willem. Back shit.
Yeah.
And then Discord took over.
Yep.
Alright. I'm going to make a new manual save for episode 3 so that we can come back. Hold on.
Inside quest.
Alright. If we ever want to.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, that's gonna be that for the stream. Hey, Brantley, what are we playing next week?
Something special. So, we're gonna be playing, a Sonic fan game. I'm gonna do a little bit of fishing. So,
I have no idea what it is.
You're not allowed to know. You're not allowed to look it up. All you get to know is that it features everyone's favorite, Big the cat.
I'm excited. Am I playing it?
You're gonna be playing it, yes.
Okay, so I should
So we'll have
download
to steer you to it, yeah.
Without sending me any... You're gonna have to
You're
find the
gonna
link.
have, yeah, we're gonna have to essentially try our best to get you, like, I'll probably download it, test it, and then I'll give you like a download link.
Okay.
From there or something like that. But
all right.
In any case, we'll figure something out. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
And if not, then I'll like stream Sega Bass Pro Fishing or something.
Yeah. So thank you for coming to the stream. If you enjoyed it, we have a YouTube channel called Familiar Territory. We're talking about anime. We have a Twitter that you can find linked in our on our Twitch. You can follow that, or you don't need to do any of that because we
have a LinkedIn. You can use it to see for us for professional requests, professional contact.
No, don't do that.
We do birthday parties.
No, you don't. You don't need to do any of that because we are not your dads.